guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspot, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you the fan call-in show where we want you guys to come on and share your opinions. Look, guys, the link for the if you want to come on and join, you are a member. It is up in the community section. Make sure you do get on that and come on. But look, we are coming to you live and direct, fresh off the back, the day after of beating Man City, aka ILFC, Pep Fraudiola and the Ball Bandits. We gave them a spanking. Like I keep saying, they can chase our number 10 all they want, but at the end of the day, they can't beat us, and that must kill them. And Tanganga has to be the richest man in London right now. 140 million in his pockets right now between Grealish and Sterling. What more do you want? But Jack, my man, how are you?
David, I'm doing quite well. We're going to be listening to the fans, see how they reacted to the win. I feel like the Man City tears, they still taste pretty good. They're pretty nutritious, David, full of sodium as well in case you need that, in case you're missing that. And I honestly can't get the fans, we haven't had a win like this in a while, David. So I can't wait to see what they think about this. I feel like we've been asking a lot of fans more of the, kind of sadder questions about the team and everything. And now we're about to give them all the positive vibes. It's going to be, we're looking forward to it, David.
No, look, it's been a long 2 years on the build-up to this result, Jack. You're right. It's been a long two hard years. And for the first time in a long time, we look like a team. Everyone fighting for the one cause. Everyone willing to put their body on the line to get the points done.
Yeah.
To get the points in the bag, And it's honestly, it was nice to see. But the main thing as well is seeing fans back, full stadium, full voice. What more do you want? And just seeing how much it meant to the boys at the end, Nuno at the end, even high-fiving some fans and all. Honestly, look, it's a new era. New Premier League, like Tottenham said, like they tweeted out, new era, new Premier League, new manager, new players, new season. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Absolutely love it. I love it. But look, let's welcome a few people in. We have Arman Amasia, says, guys, watching Tottenham versus Chelsea under 23s on Chelsea's YouTube channel. Spurs just scored an awesome goal. Absolutely brilliant, my man. Keep me updated on what's going on there. We have Ellie Kakarata. She was in early. She was telling us she couldn't wait. Phillip, Brady as well. Chris bought in early. Arana Major final score was 2-2. Bennett and McCandy were outstanding. Good to know, my man. Brad Matthews as well. Big yourself up. Who else have we got here? We've got Zoe. She says, hey, everyone. I wish Spurs could make the youth games available for everyone. Yeah, 100%. But like our man Major was saying, it was on the Chelsea channel. But yeah, I agree with you. Yorkshire Yid says, come on, you Spurs. William McKenzie still high off the win last night. Big up, William. Hope things are well with you. We have Am Singh. He says, yes, big up the Harris Army everywhere we go. Isn't Sessignon playing in the under-23s tonight? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I've had a busy day, my man. We have Celery Agent. Good to see you back, my man. I hope things are well. With you, my man. It's good to see you back. We need your humor back around the place. We have Viatali says, come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up. Who else have we got? We've got two great names, Dave Tyson and David. Absolute great names, greatest name on the planet. What can I say? Two great names. You come from good stock. He says, biblical big up Dave and Jack. David. Huh?
Biblical names.
I'm telling you, lad. King David's. We're all up here, lad. You could nearly have a David army separate to the Harris army. But he says, big up Dave and Jack. Top coverage throughout the weekend and today. Look, I appreciate that, my man. We've tried. We've definitely tried to improve our coverage over the games with the likes of the predicted lineup, the likes of the player ratings. A fan show the day after the game. Stuff like that. With the previews as well. We will be adding to that with stats with Jack this week. So it's going to be even better. But I appreciate that, man. It's nice to see the compliments. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. Am Singh says, you see the test match. I presume that's about cricket. Come on, lads. You know my thoughts on cricket. No cricket chatting here. I'll ban it. Chris says, he's one of our own. Jaffet's one of our own, 100%. Ellie, Shamu Wu, we beat the living daylights out of Manchester. Richie, Tanganga, Skippy, Hoiberg. Woo! 100%. I couldn't agree more. Mr. Edwardson, Ndombele is such a waste of talent. Yeah, I'm sure. Look at everyone that's in the background waiting. When they come on, I'm sure they'll be sharing their views on that situation too. Leon says, evening lads, big yourself up, Leon. We have Dark Sun G with the super chat. Big up, Dark Sun G. I hope you're keeping well, my man. I hope you're keeping well. And says, I hope we can beat Wolves away this season. If we can beat mid-low tier teams, I feel top four could be possible. Nuno, please beat your former team. Look, Dark Sung G, what I will say to you is Wolves have been a bit of a bogey team for us over the past. But look, I agree with you. We need to be beating teams like Wolves if you want to mount a top 4 challenge, 100%. What I will say to you is, look, Nuno coached all them players. He knows their flaws. He knows their weaknesses. So definitely, I'm hoping he can get that across to the Tottenham players and we can exploit it. Jack, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, David, I think you said it well there, and them be kind of our bogey team. So if we're able to overcome them, maybe give them a bit of a spanking, let's say, compared to maybe the kind of the nail biting win that we just had. Let's say we had a 2-0, maybe 3-0 win. Let's say a comfortable kind of victory. I would say again that Dark Sun G is already on the right beat there by saying that if we're able to beat more of a mid-low or a mid-lower tier team, and then kind of beat the likes of Man City as well. Back to back, that'd be honestly a really, really good sign. And then we definitely can start getting ahead of ourselves.
No, 100%. Look, I'm already ahead of myself. I believe now after we beat the champions, we can win the league. You know what I mean? I firmly believe that now. But that's just a delusion in me. But what I do love about Dark Sun G's attitude here, Jack, is the fact that he's already thinking ahead. Like, he's already sitting there, we beat City, that's done and dusted. Let's think of the next game. I absolutely love that.
He's realistic,
he takes the evening to celebrate, and now Monday morning, fresh out of the bed, you know what I mean, onto the Wolves game. I absolutely love it. My mum, don't forget, we have the game Thursday night against Paco de Ferreira. Is that how you pronounce it, Jack? I think it is. Yeah, I think I got that spot on. I'll get away with it with the Irish
Marcelo will correct me later, but I'm going to do it now. I think it's Pachos de Ferreira. So Marcelo will correct me later, though, but that's my attempt.
No, 100%. Marcelo will give us the full pronunciation. But look, it sounds good in Irish, Pacos de Ferreira. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. But yeah, don't forget about that game, Dark Sun G. My man, I hope things are well with you. We have Sean Snow. Hashtag #1 Ndombele apologist in the house. Hashtag Harris Army. Come on, you Spurs. No, look, I can see where you're coming from. Look, I think we all want Ndombele to thrive, but look, it just looks like mentally the guy doesn't have it, unfortunately. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, Sean. Anthony Acosta says, big up, lads. Big yourself up. Catman Jess, hi, David and Jack. Big up, man. We're still waiting on that FIFA invite, lad. Whenever you want to be schooled, man, just let us know. Big yourself up. We have Alex Burleton. He says, hi, everyone. Hope you're keeping well. I hope things are good. Amanda Top Heavy, love you too. Thank you very much. We appreciate the love, and we give it back as well. We love you too. Thank you very much. Ellie, big up, brilliant. Harris Army, the best ever channel there's ever been. Now, look, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have Aaron Dove. All right. Happy Monday. Big yourself up, Aaron Dove. I hope things are good. We're all happy. Steve R still bouncing after owning City. Yes, we are, my man. Yes, we are.
Big up,
bouncing.
Steve.
I'll be bouncing all week. Christy Bartley. Bennett was unplayable for the under-23s tonight. Looks like a big prospect. Very interesting.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's something we'll keep an eye on, Jack, 100%. Big yourself up, Christy. We have Tottenham Tantrum. Big yourself up, Dermot. I know this guy definitely enjoyed the result yesterday. Hi, guys. Hope you had a great show. I'm hoping to come on next week if that's okay. Still buzzing, guys. Dermot, 100%, man. If you want to come on tonight, the link is up in the community section. Just click on it and come on, my man. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Everyone's welcome. Everyone that's a member, everyone that's a white member or above. The link is up there. Come on. Paul Markey says, Dave, you're going to have to change your channel name again to the Irish and Atlantic Hotspur to recognize Jack's fantastic contribution. You know what? No, look, I would.
David, the Irish invasion of the U.S. is real, though. David, the Irish invasion of the U.S., it's a very historical, building block that, the American population way back.
You're Irish, Jack. You're not Irish, anyway.
Yeah, David, I would say my parents and grandparents and et cetera, they've been in the U.S. so long that they basically just said, I think they just said, yeah, I think we're Irish, and that's pretty much, all I've said. I don't really have as much of an interesting kind of, ancestry that kind of been in the U.S. a very long time, I would say, kind of my family. But apparently my great-great-grandfather, I think, was from Ireland, part of that first initial wave. So that's what I'm going to answer with.
So they are, Paul Markey.
Keep it Irish, yeah.
We're keeping it. But no, look, Jack, he recognizes your contribution to the channel. Look,
thank you,
look,
Paul.
We all do, and Jack knows I really, really do appreciate it as well. So no, look, big up, Paul Markey. Really, really do appreciate the super chat, my man. Thanks very much for the support. You're a top guy. Who else have we got? We've got Golden Cock says, I had a dream of Tangai performing tricks outside McDonald's with his beanie on the floor, asking for change to feed his addiction. I like that one. Lucas Xavi just switched Reggie and Jaffet. have Jaffa and Traore. Who else have we got? Christy Bartley says, I'll be breaking out the popcorn for Arsenal's all or nothing this year. Yeah, honestly, that's going to be good. ATM Nerd says, Kane will stay at Tottenham and we will win the Day Cup. Big yourself up, ATM Nerd. Dark Sun G21 says, also Son's seventh goal against City is second for a single player to score against City. First is Vardy with 9. Third is Salah with 6. And Messi is fourth with 4. Come on, you Spurs. Jack, this guy, Dark Sun G, you need to get in contact, man. We need to know where you get all these stats. You need to let us in the inside information. But no, look, Son, we've played 4 games against Man City in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Son has scored in all 4 of them. So it's a good record for Sonny, and that's just in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since it's been built. So, no, look, Son has a very good record against City, and it's his second most scored against team as well. Southampton being his first with 11, and City now with 7. So big yourself up, Dark Sun G. I absolutely love the stat, man. You're a hero.
He's unbelievable.
I think he's trying to take your position, Jack.
David, I think he's unofficially taking it. And, I will say, Dark Sun G, for my fantasy team this year, I've said it to plenty, but, my fantasy team this year is Sonny's new contract FC. So, that is the team that's going to be leading the line. I had to pick Sonny first. So hopefully, Dark Sun G, you would understand that pick. I just had to go blindly for Sonny for the first pick. And it's one of those fantasy teams, David, where you're stuck with that team for the whole season as well.
100%. No, 100%. Mac, we're on Xbox, lad. Xbox. Henry Allen says, we all know Tanga is an incredible talent, but how long till the pennies drop? 4 managers now that don't fancy him, and it all seems the same problems. His attitude. Big yourself up, Dave. 100%, man. 100%. Big yourself up. Jeffrey Studney says, after the terrible summer we had with finding a manager and the Harry shit, it all disappeared after Sonny's goal across the chalk. Come on, you Spurs, absolutely love it. 100%, man, 100%. Big up, everyone. The atmosphere at the game was electric. I could hear it on TV. I got videos sent to me from Ben from We Are Tottenham TV who was at the game as well, guys, and definitely was electric. Bob Spur TV, Man City fans put in their place for now most expensive starting 11 in Premier League history. 100%, my man, 100%. Jason Groves, looking forward to the show. I got my Spurs back yesterday. Yes, we did, man. Yes, we did. And look, after this, we'll take the super chat, and then we're going to get on. We're going to start getting on the guests. Dark Sun G21 says, "Did you see the players selected for conference? No Aurier and Tanguy, but we have the God Tanganga, Warrior, Skip, and 3 of our new signings." Yeah, I seen that, Dark Sun G. Look, I was interested with no Tanguy. I kind of expected no Aurier, to be honest with you. I would have been happy with no Winks and no Sissoko in it either. But look, no Tanguy, I was surprised, but that kind of tells us what we need to know. He's not really a part of the plans, really, from what that seems, unless there's another story put out. I don't know. And yeah, look, we have the Tanganga, we have Højbjerg, Skip, 3 new signings. Son, Kane was in there as well, actually. Dark Sun G. Kane was put in there as well. So very interesting, Jack, isn't it?
No, definitely. And I would say, actually, I think this might be, the game where we do feature maybe a lot of our new signings, especially, Brian Hill. I'd like to see Brian Hill be able to play against, the boys of Portugal, Paços de Ferreira. It would be nice to see him, put on the Techers display for us. Maybe especially if he were to feature on the right, David, and maybe cut inside, maybe cut in through the middle like Lucas does. Of course, Lucas does it somehow by being right-footed and still does it so spectacularly, cutting inside like that. But it'd be nice to see someone, like an inverted forward like he'll do it. Honestly, I'd love to see him take apart, that Portuguese defense.
Nah, look, definitely, I can't wait to see some of the new signings. I really can't. But Dark Sun G, my man, I really, really do appreciate the support, man. What a top legend. Any more stats, do let me know. Please do let me know. And like I said, contact me. Let me know you get stats. You make me jealous. But look, guys, we are going to start getting on the guests. Before we do, just a bit of housekeeping. Make sure you smash a like on the stream, guys. Make sure you smash and subscribe on the channel if you're new. We're about 80 away from 4K, so let's make that happen. 100 subs over nearly one day yesterday. Absolutely insane. As well, make sure you keep getting the support in for the channels, guys, the super chats and stuff like that. It really does help us to keep producing much better content. And honestly, Stats with Jack this week is going to rock your socks. Honestly, it's going to rock your socks. Honestly, we've shown 2 glimpses to it, and people have absolutely loved it. It's like taking Sky Sports to YouTube. That's the aim. Except for we do it better than them. We have characters. They have people that are told what to say. So we're 10 times better. But look, let's start getting on the guests. Let's get on one of the channel favorites. And it's our man, Phillip Brady. Yes, Phillip, how are things?
Hi, David. Hi, Jack.
Oh, we're all good, lad. Absolutely buzzing after yesterday, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're not buzzing after yesterday, you're dead, basically. It's...
Any neighbors knock on the door, Phillip? Any
lad.
neighbors knock on the door for screaming? Did the missus come in, asking, if somebody had died? Did you scream a little too loud? Maybe where were you when it happened when Sonny scored?
No, in fact, I've got an Aston Villa fan living next door to me, and he's still in mourning over Jack Grealish leaving, So I think he was kind of glad we beat them, so one up on Grealish,
Yeah,
so,
that's good to hear.
No, it was just, I think I haven't felt that way after a Spurs game since the night in Amsterdam 2 years ago.
Wow.
I just felt immense pride in that team, the way they performed yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think also it was such a boost to get the crowd back in there. I mean, the crowd were just electric. And the idea of putting the flags on the seats, that it really gave a kind of a Brazilian feel to the whole thing, And no, it was just surreal sort of a day. Like I went into the game thinking, oh yeah, we're going to win, but in the back of your mind you think, crikey, we could get turned over here, And probably the first 15 minutes it didn't look too good, but once we got the measure of them and Tanganga stuck in a few bone shakers on Grealish and Sterling, I think there's only going to be one winner. I mean, we were the better team for 75 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Phillip. Phillip, this is kind of an interesting question where maybe you might agree with me, maybe you might disagree with me, but I feel like it was such a team performance and we haven't seen a team performance in a while. And what do you think, though, if you had to pick one player that would be your man of the match, the one that, maybe kind of just made your blood, just feel nice and good, somebody that just made you feel happy to be wearing the shirt? Was it somebody that, maybe in the defense, in the midfield? Is there somebody that you can pick as a man of the match?
I think the man of the match, I think I'll go along with most people and say it was Tanganga. But I was also absolutely delighted with the way Lucas Moura set about them. I mean, Moura terrorized that City defense. I mean, he
took their lives.
It was brilliant. But Tanganga now, for a guy was supposed to be going out on loan to Turkey, I presume that is dead in the water now. I'll tell you, there'd be a riot if he was lent out to Galatasaray or wherever he was supposed to be going. I mean, I would keep him a right back. I think he's probably written himself into the team now, barring injury. He might save us a few bob, Do
you think he cemented his place at right back? And would you be confident going into the whole season as him Tanganga as your main right back? I would personally.
Look at it this way: he's not going to come up against any more expensive players for the rest of the season as the two he came up against yesterday. I mean, the most expensive team ever put together to play. I was on that pitch playing Spurs yesterday. The most expensive footballer in British history, and he had him in his pocket. I mean, he's probably in his washing machine this evening in the back pocket of his shorts. I mean, it was just brilliant.
Probably pulled Grealish out here first. Jaffet, what's this?
I mean, I'd keep him in. Like, I mean, okay, the guy he's not going to play that well every game. There's going to be games we're going to be maybe criticizing him, but barring injury, I would keep him there. Why change? Why change him? Why if the record's not broken? Why fix? We don't need to fix it. We found our right back, and let's stick with him.
Especially maybe Phillip, just quickly again on Tanganga, would you maybe keep him from the games where we maybe do have to be plenty more defensive, maybe a bit defensively minded? You would just say he's just an absolute must, to put him aside?
Well, I think I'd play. I mean, we're not going to have that many more defensively minded games. We're not going to be playing many more attack minded teams than City.
Yeah.
Okay, Liverpool, United, maybe Chelsea. But if he's good enough to play against City, put him in against anybody.
I love that.
Yeah, I love the saying, you know what I mean? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Firmly, I believe that. I do believe if you're good enough, you're old enough, and that's just it, to be honest with you. And for me, look, he is a defensive right back, right? He is a defensive option. Let's get real on it. But the thing is, what I was very impressed with yesterday is when he did time his runs to go forward. He never got caught out. We never got caught out down that side with them taking the ball off us when he did venture forward. And just kind of like a measure of how good his performances is. Like back in the day, you had a right winger coming back and helping you. Nowadays, as a fullback, you're expected to defend 1-on-1, sometimes 2-on-1 all the time. And he coped with massively yesterday with Grealish. And he
didn't have a lot of support, all right.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
He's matured beyond his years. You know, he really has. I mean, and to make it even better, he's a homegrown lad. I think he lives about 10 minutes from the stadium. You know, he's a Tottenham boy.
Yeah.
So I mean, that makes it even better. You know,
it's coursing
the fact that
through.
it's probably saved us 40 million in the transfer market as well.
Yeah,
definitely,
100%. 100%. And look, any other players you want to talk about yesterday? Anything else from yesterday's game?
I think, you know, okay, I'm gonna go to the two centre backs, the much maligned pair of Eric Dyer and Sanchez, and I have to say the two of them did not put a foot wrong yesterday. Now, I'm not saying they should be there once Romero and whoever else comes in gets fit and gets acclimatized, but I mean, a pat on the back for the way they performed yesterday. They deserved this. They were really, really excellent. And another player, Oliver Skip. I mean, okay, somebody said yesterday he's not playing against championship midfields now. He's got to up his game. Apart from that little push on Grealish at the start, that was the only thing he did wrong the whole game. Even though that was barely a push, it was more a dive by Grealish. But anyway, Oliver Skip stand out. And of course, the big guys. I mean, Son is Son. Ndombele, not Ndombele. Why do we calling him Ndombele? Heuberg.
It's you know, the lack of sleep you got last night from
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that midfield pairing now is one made in heaven for us. It is.
Yeah.
I think we found it. You know, the fact that we're not going to have the likes of Sissoko or Winks back in that team, barring injury, is very, very positive for the future.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a real positive because you know what you're going to get as well from these two guys. You're not going to fluctuate from being good one week and shit the next week, or you know what I mean. With Skip and Heuberg, they're very, very steady performers. Which
take the defense there again. I mean, how many shots did Hugo have to save yesterday? He had one from Grealish that was straight at him, and one from De Bruyne near the end that he showboated a bit on that. He could have caught it.
I think he saved a lot of crosses, pretty much. That's all.
Yeah, but
it's
on target. I mean, that was probably one of the quietest games Hugo was going to have. I mean, you think about it, it should have been one of his busiest. That's how well the defense coped in front of him.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. That's a great point. Me and Jack were actually saying that earlier on the player ratings. Well, we only gave Hugo 7. The only reason why is because he had nothing to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
testament to the defense. Testament to the defense, absolutely. And then Phillip, you know, how were you feeling going into this game? You know, were you a bit nervous? You know, or did you have no expectations? Did you kind of think of this as a free hit? And then, maybe what surprised you as well? You know,
fingers, toes crossed. I was confident because City had never scored against us at the Tottenham Stadium. And that is, I mean, to think we've gone 4 games against them now and they haven't scored against us, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, what is that?
It's if we could only do it up at their place now, it'd be even better. But anyway, obviously, you know, on the front, you say, yeah, we're going to win. Back of it, you're thinking, crikey, if they get a good start, we could be in trouble here.
Yeah.
But I tell you, after the first 15 minutes, there was only one team going to win that match, and it was not Manchester City.
Wow, love that, Phillip. Love it. Great statement again. I actually, you know, on the watch along, I was kind of feeling that the same. You know, I was kind of feeling the same way, but you know, I didn't want to jinx it by making any statements like that. And to be honest, I really did feel like that once we survived the first 20 minutes of, you know, kind of anxiety. You know, it did feel like, you know, we were in it to win it.
And we won it against the Manchester-born referee as well, which is another little thing I'd like to get off my chest, who couldn't actually see the ball deflected for a corner on Son's shot. I mean, I'd say the person in the back of the south stand saw that. Never mind the referee missing it from 10 yards away, you know? I mean,
as well,
you know,
there's only one yellow card for Man City as well, Phillip. Only one yellow card for Man City. Did you even, you know, they were calling us Brady, calling us, you know, kind of the harsh tackling team. When I thought in the beginning of the game, it was Man City that were just all these atrocious tackles that needed to be.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jack Grealish was getting his sports mixed up a bit. I think he thought he was in the Olympic diving competition there for a while, you know. Some of the antics he was getting up to, you know. But like that was a Spurs defensive performance that we did get stuck in. I mean, for Graham Souness to call the Spurs, now this is probably the nearest thing he's ever got to complimenting us, to call it gritty. You know, you can take that as a compliment from Graham Souness, because he was. Yeah. Before that, he was saying, this is the most expensive team that's ever played in the Premiership, and they're going to wipe the floor with Spurs. They didn't.
No, but look, do you know what? Coming from Graham Souness, and I was saying this before, Phillip, you know what, that, look, Spurs have been the Mr. Nice guys, too nice to play against. So I'll take gritty. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it's another way. It's a nice way of saying horrible. So I'll take it. I do not care. I'll definitely take it, 100%.
The first minute of the game, the first time Grealish got the ball, Tanganga was up his back like a bullet. You remember that one? He just put him on the floor in the first minute. That was a statement of intent, and the rest of the team saw that and they followed his lead.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100% they did. And come here, just a little bit on the Tangai situation, not even being registered for the Conference League. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. There must be something seriously bad going on there because, you know, not to make a 25-man squad for a tournament like the Conference, he is gone. But my worry on that is his transfer fee, if we are going to sell him, is going down like millions by the day if he doesn't get involved with that team. Like, what do we pay for him? 50 million? What are we going to get for him? Who's going to buy a player that can't even make a 25-man squad and would appear to have a severe attitude problem? I don't know. I think we're going to take one of the biggest hits in transfer history to get rid of that guy.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's worrying, but I agree. We're definitely going to have to take a massive hit because, look, although he has all the attributes, you're always going to get a club that will take the gamble thinking they can get the best out of him. But it comes down to mentality, and unfortunately, look, his transfer is going to take a hit. 100%, I agree. Jack, have you a question for Phillip?
No, Phillip. You know, honestly, I kind of love that. You know, you're crossing both toes. You know, you're crossing both fingers there. But I feel like, you know, maybe we could just move on to, you know, maybe the whole Harry Kane saga. You know, are you a bit concerned that, you know, there's no, you know, social media post? Are you a bit concerned that he was left out of the lineup entirely? And also, maybe just quickly on Nuno, maybe to be a bit positive, are you kind of happy maybe that Nuno kind of avoided the whole, you know, Sky Sports saga by not, you know, even including him at all?
Well, I mean, I think it was always good. Even if he'd been in the squad yesterday, he certainly wouldn't have started him. Would have maybe brought him on as a substitute at the end if needs be. The fact that he wasn't in the squad shows he's not fit enough after 3 days training or whatever. The fact that he didn't compliment the players, a little bit concerned. I can see both sides. That there may well be a social media ban on him from the club, just to keep their head down. Don't say anything that'll bring further controversy. But I'm sure privately he got onto the players and congratulated them. He just didn't go public.
Yeah.
But as regarding Nuno handled it very well. I mean, I like the way this guy gets sort of takes the questions and maybe doesn't fully answer them. But a lot of the questions he doesn't need to. The questions are loaded anyway, you know. So he knows when he sees a loaded question coming. But I'd be I'm happy with the guy. I think he's probably done more than any of us could reasonably have hoped for in his short term in charge of the club.
Yeah,
he seems to have a thing about beating Man City, even with Wolves, you know. And I'm just hoping now that he can continue on to use his knowledge of the Wolves to steer us to another victory next week. Because we get 2 wins on the bounce in this league. It's a great start. It really will be a great start.
Definitely.
You're getting like Dark now. You're getting ahead of yourself. We have Portugal on Thursday. Pack us.
Well, I mean, okay. Let's say, I think we're going to play a lot of but we'll probably play the 3 new signings in that game, plus a few of the kids. Okay, you need to put in a couple of the old guys as well, you know, just to steady the ship. We don't want to put in a completely new team. But I mean, we're playing a team that I'd never heard of before 2 weeks ago. That plays in a ground that holds 9,000 people. So we're not playing one of the powerhouses of Portuguese football.
No.
So I mean, if we don't win both games there handsomely, I'd be shocked, absolutely shocked.
Bit of a Dynamo situation, but probably much worse, I would say. You know, even Dynamo Zagreb, you know, are the best team, you know, in their division. So yeah, you're totally right. With the
who did Roma get? Who did Roma get?
Don't know.
I'm just hoping they got somebody reasonably good. We can knock them out early so we don't have to face Jose in the final, you know.
You can see it already, can't you? You know, we're in the final and, you know, you can see it already, the headlines and everything else. No, I want to avoid that all possibilities. I really do. But look, it was how big of a masterstroke was it for Nuno to keep Harry Kane completely away from the game yesterday so that it wasn't overshadowed by the whole Harry Kane?
If Harry Kane had been there, the match would have taken secondary importance. Certainly from Sky. I mean, Sky Sports even said that they had every load of cameras in the ground and they were around looking for him. There was a manhunt on to see if Harry Kane was at the ground yesterday. I honestly don't think he was, because somebody would have picked him up. Somebody would have spotted him, and they'd be on some social media by now. So I think it was an absolutely master stroke. He wasn't going to be involved on the pitch. Keep him out of the way. Let the team be the focus of the attention yesterday, because that's what it was all about, getting 3 points against Manchester City. It's not like, where's Harry Kane going next, or is Harry Kane going to be seen clapping Man City a goal or something like that? You know, the way they could manipulate things if he'd been in the ground. So no, I think it was right to keep him away.
Love that.
Now that being said, I want him involved for the next 2 matches. There's no excuse if he's not fit. If he's fit,
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Look, do you know what? Do you think he might actually play Thursday after being registered, though, Phillip?
Wouldn't be a bit surprised. Get a bit of game time behind him. Apparently, another question the Sky were quick to point out yesterday: if he plays in the Conference League, he can still register for Man City in the group stage of the Champions League. So it won't stop him from playing European football for another club. Sky had to get that in today, of course, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
We can play away.
Phillip, is there any maybe parting words, on the squad? Any, maybe kind of last, words of wisdom, for the fan base here regarding, the win and, maybe, the future for Spurs under Nuno?
Well, I mean, we've got off to the best possible start. I don't think anyone could really, fault what happened yesterday. And the fact that we've beaten City before, but we've beaten them maybe, I won't say fortunately, but we've beaten them with breakaway goals and didn't control any of the game. Yesterday was different. We made the best team in Britain, probably the most expensive team ever, look like a championship side at times. They ran out of ideas so early in that second half that we were absolutely bossing them. And I think there's very few teams who are going to do that this season. I mean, City will be up and running by the end of August, and they'll probably wipe everybody out. But they will look back and say, we were schooled by Spurs.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I loved it. Phillip, you just filled me with confidence. It's almost like the adrenaline has coursed back through me again. I swear, I thought it got out of me. And now you're just, honestly, full of statements. We need to clip plenty of these, David. We need to a lot of these statements.
You've got to be positive. I mean, you've got to be positive on this. I mean, and to get that start yesterday, it's made even the most, I would say, doubtful Thomas amongst us have a good feeling for this season.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Phillip. Thank you, Phillip, for coming on. And honestly, thank you for filling me again with the adrenaline that I need, riding into the Patros game. So,
yeah. It'll be good to see it on TV as well, actually. It's good. It'll be on TV, so that'll be good to watch.
Yeah, 100%. But look, he done the same to me on the pre-match pump out yesterday when we were talking on TV. He was getting me hyped. I'm more hyped. But look, guys, everyone, put in the comment section. Let us know how much you love Phillip, because we all love him. And look, I've seen all the support from him before. And guys, you will be seeing a lot more of him around on this channel. So don't you worry about that. We bring on the guests that you love. So look, Phillip, 100%. And
see you later.
See you, my man.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it.
You know we trust too, Phillip. Remember that.
He's brilliant. He is brilliant. Big up, Phillip, guys. Big up, Phillip. Mary McGee, new channel member. Big yourself up, Mary. If it is a white, click on it. Go to the community section on the channel and click on the link and come on if you would like to come on and have your say. And we have a super chat here from Dark Sung G21, and it's the difference between Mr. Passion, Bobo, and Sissoko with Tanganga and Skip is that those three can't improve or change and are not fighters. Youths needed. No, 100%. And again, actually, Jack, me and you were kind of, we alluded to this last night, like, the importance of always having a bit of homegrown blood in there, not the likes of Winks, but like the likes of a Skip and a Tanganga who set the tone of what's demanded in training every day, what's demanded as a minimum when you're on the pitch representing our club, your attitude in and around the club as well. And it's good to see us have that. It really is. Jack, do you want to say anything to Dark Sun G?
No, Dark Sun G, David, he seems to be on the exact same wavelength as you, from the very beginning. He seemed to notice that, a lot of that victory was really down to just the fact that, he put a lot of faith and confidence into Tanganga and Skip, players from our academy, players, with the Spurs blood with them, players that, like I've said a million times, don't need to be asked twice, to fight and bleed for the badge. And, it seems like Dark Sun G was on the exact same wavelength as you, David. And I love that he just continues to stress that. And Dark Sun G, we really do appreciate, the generosity as well. And also Dark Sun G, again, it's just like you really are just incredible with all these statements, word for word, always. I love them. I wish we can, put them on a wall, like Phillip, with his motivational statements, Dark Sun G stats. If I could just, read a Dark Sun G stat every day, David, I'd be 10 times wiser.
No, 100%. Big yourself up, man. I really, really, really do appreciate it, lad. It's good to see you around here all the time. And everyone else, look, follow Dark Sun G's lead and, help support the channel with a super chat too, guys. But big yourself up, my man. I really do appreciate it. And we just have some Phillip love in here as usual. Chris, Zoe, Harmick.
For Sherman, I love that. I love
Golden
that. Seeing
Cock,
that a lot.
Evan Gosp, Brad Matthews with love for him as well. Catman Jess, so many. It's absolutely brilliant. But look, guys, today I am jumping the queue a little, but this is a guy that he was waiting patiently for nearly 2 hours last week and ended up unfortunately having to go. And I promised I would get him on early as I can this week and just fit him in. And I'm pretty sure everyone waiting in the background will understand. But look, guys, it's Nick Lazy 8. Our man, how are you keeping? Yeah.
Is that the new
How you doing?
Is that the new contract photo?
No, watch this. You're gonna love this. If it plays, come on.
That's a candy bar commercial, David.
That's like porn for Marcelo.
That's right. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. What that tells me is that I need some ice cream. That's what it tells me.
Find that. We probably could find that in New York, Nick. We could probably find that one in New York somewhere.
We gotta look it up. K-Town, 34th Street area.
Definitely.
Listen, man. Did it seem to anybody else that Sonny was actually messing with their heads for the first 55 minutes? Because he got into a position off the right side at least twice where he's like, I can't shoot. I don't know how to shoot on my left. I can't shoot on my left. And then he goes, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can. Five-star weak foot right there.
Do you think he was I thought he was a bit hesitant, though, in the first half, Nick. Do you think he was just kind of toying with them, maybe, as you're saying? Do you think he was just getting in their heads?
I never doubt that Sonny can pull something out of the back pocket. Yeah. And, he knows what City fans think about him. And he knows what he can do to City. So I think he can pull it out whenever he wants to. Whenever he wants to. I don't doubt it at all. And I think he's fine being up front, taking the spot.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think that's what we were setting up all preseason for that.
Yeah, and Nick, I just want to get into your emotions, before the game. Were you kind of feeling like this was a free hit for us? Were you kind of feeling, a bit nervous? Were you kind of expecting anything? How were you feeling?
In my stomach, pit right here, ever since Harry didn't show up for training. I've been dreading it. It's been like a derby. Because we know people can be saying, oh, it's just the first game of the season, etc. But, to us, for the emotional horror show that we've been through for months, especially the last 2 weeks, we had to win this game. We had to, it was either going to be agony or ecstasy,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
I was actually, I'm in the woods right here. I mean, you may see a deer go by me at some point. I may get mugged by a squirrel.
Just
I
be
was
better.
driving.
Ndombele's not watching. He'll try and attack it. That's dinner for him.
I was driving while I was going, listening to Sim give the commentary, and I swear to you, I almost drove right off of I-95. I had to pull off and stop and then get back on again because I was freaking out along with him.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
That. I love hearing that. And I hope you enjoy your vacation as well, Nick. I was just taking the Metro North, through Connecticut, so I do hope you enjoy it, up there. It's kind of, a place for us to escape. But, David, do you have a question for Nick here?
Yeah, look, I want to know where you're sitting there in the nice surroundings watching the game, with a few beers, and look, who was your standout performers, my man?
Everybody's I'm with everybody. Jaffet really made his mark.
Yeah.
We all knew, and we were hoping that this is the kind of guy he's going to be. And I don't care so much about whether he's a defensive player or he can go forward or not. I mean, we saw a nice ping from him during that game.
Right.
But I think he deserved man of the match. But really, I'm further impressed with Lucas. Yeah. He's going to play such a pivotal role. Whether he starts on the wing and moves in, or whatever Nuno has in mind for him. I think he's going to be key, pivotal.
Yeah.
Now, who do you think was, I feel like it was a full team performance, Nick, but who do you think was your man of the match?
I have to give it to Jaffet, definitely.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a shout out for Lucas, and I mean, I busted out my Under Armour number 20 Deli shirt yesterday all day, and I am so happy to see him. All right, this is my theory. All right, I think that Nuno sat him down and said, Deli, okay, you want to be Gerrard? Then be Gerrard. Stop being Deli. Stop being Deli's brother. Don't be Deli's aunt. Don't be Deli's sister. You be Gerrard. You want to be Gerrard? Be Gerrard. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Hopefully so.
What, do you think that something's clicked maybe with Deli? Because look, I can't stress this enough. The system, the days of the system being built around Deli and incorporating Deli as the main part of the system is gone. It's now up to him, especially with the part of the career he's in, for him to kind of get into the manager's plans. And do you think? Look, I thought it was something I was never seen, but like the work rate, the tracking back, the winning of the ball he was doing in the second half. Are you surprised that he's added that to his game?
No, because he went through 18 months of rough, of a toxic Mourinho system, and that can shake people up. Also, the system that was played under Mourinho and this system doesn't allow for him to be the Deli of 2017, 2016.
Right.
It's not the same system. So he has to find a way to fit into that system, and he's mature now. He's a much more mature player, so he should be adding that into his game.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe we can see that on a consistent basis from him?
We will. He started every single game of preseason, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah. I think all games of preseason. I mean, it's more games, and yes, we will see that. Consistency along with maturity. You can only have that by game time, though.
Golden Cock says here, let's hope a new Fortnite doesn't get released.
Throw a wrench right into the works right there. Listen, I was watching the training sessions too, and it looks like he's got a little bit of a relationship with Ndombele. And I'm hoping that something can happen there. He can put his arm around him, as I've seen, and don't worry about Sissoko. I can learn French. I can learn how to be a box-to-box, and I can learn French. Let's get you on the pitch.
Yeah. Hopefully, the same talk that you're saying he gave to Deli, he's giving to Tanganga as we speak. Maybe he just prioritized it with Deli, maybe because he had a bit more time with Deli. Maybe, he's thinking Tanguy is a bit, longer of a project, probably. Who knows, But as well, what are you thinking about maybe, the Skip and, Højbjerg combination? Is that kind of something that you just absolutely loved? Are you kind of a fan of, maybe that Skip decapitation, in the 90th minute? What do you think? Do you think that could be a formula for success? Højbjerg and Skip together?
I think it's fantastic, and I was hoping that was what it was going to be, and Skip was not going to go anywhere, and it's going to be, a double pivot when we need it, and interchange with other players like Gio coming in. I was a little bit worried in the Chelsea match because Conte and Kovacic were running rings around both of them, really, and I was a little bit worried about that. But you know what Nuno said after that match is, I know what went wrong, and I can fix it. That was a direct quote, and this is what we're seeing.
Yeah, I love the
That's a great point. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. As well, look, what player do you think can maybe have a resurgence, if any, under Nuno? Maybe one that doesn't seem to be a part of the plans now. Maybe an Ndombele. As much look, I know you're not going to pick Winks anyway. I'd be surprised if you did, Nick. A Winks, a Davies, a Doherty, anyone like that?
We have yet to see the back three, right? So I'm really interested about the defensive acquisitions and where Rodon fits in general. If we're actually going to go for another center back or not. I think the easy answer is Doherty. That's is he gonna show up to the party? I think the number one though, really the man right now as far as the resurgence goes is Dele Alli. That's who I would really love to see come back into his own. And it's looking like, I mean, Nuno's the guy to get the best out of people like that.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah, and hopefully so that Nuno can, bring the best out of them. And I think he definitely, brought the best out of that partnerships that we kind of saw all over the pitch. But speaking, maybe of the regeneration, are you going to be maybe a bit of an Ndombele, optimist? Or are you going to be kind of an Ndombele kind of maybe, glass half empty kind of person? Do you think he's going to be
I'm on
in
the
that
12
regeneration?
I'm on the 12-month train with Ndombele. I'm not saying January, but he's got a year as far as I'm concerned.
I like
right
that.
now.
I like that. Personally, I think it's hard to be in that camp right now, but I'm in the same one, Nick, and I can't find a lot of reasons at the moment. But I'm just personally in that camp at the moment as well. I feel like I want to give him more time.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel. You know how I feel about giving these players times. Look, I think they're paid enough.
Against the word of David there.
They should be performing and stuff like that. But look, it is what it is. Look, Nick, maybe taking an approach to Thursday, what do you think we're going to see? Do you think we might see Harry Kane back in the team? Do you think we might see youngsters? Do you even think Nuno might play the first team to try and keep building up their fitness?
I think we will see a Harry Kane. I think we will see a Harry Kane. Maybe not starting, but I think we will see a Harry Kane. I think we'll see some youngsters in there. I really hope we're going to see Rodon. We haven't seen him just a one cameo appearance, which worries me a little bit that we didn't see so much of him. However, my theory is that Nuno knew that he was going to have to go with quote unquote his best center backs for City, and he knew he had to train the hell out of them through the whole preseason. So he had to play them as much as possible and get it through their heads what he wants them to do. So I was a little bit worried about that, but I expect to see Rodon. I expect to see Romero too.
Yeah.
And,
good point. I'd love to see Romero.
And was I mistaken, or was Hill getting ready to come on there in the City match? Wasn't he warming up? I have a feeling that they have plans for him to make an appearance during the regular season.
Yeah, I was watching St. Maximin the other day, and I actually hope that Brian Hill could be like our St. Maximin. Considering the skills that we saw, he could just be that lightning, kind of player that just will be able to just willing to skin any player. I guess Lucas, is practically becoming.
I actually think I genuinely go along with you guys. I actually think we're going to see it. I think he's going to surprise us this season.
Yeah. I think they have plans for him, because I don't think that they would have spent the money and made the trade if they didn't plan to use him at some point right away. It kind of something in the back of my head thinks that's a little bit weird. I would love to have a St. Maximin, but I don't know if Hill or Lucas have his fashion sense. So they're on their own thing. I know you guys got a lot of people in queue, but just as far as Sanchez goes,
bring it up.
Dia Sanchez. I believe Mourinho's philosophy was, the more possession you have, the more likely you are to make mistakes. I think that was a quote from him. And for a year and a half, I've been thinking about it. Okay, all right, I guess that kind of makes sense. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, doesn't that just give you more opportunity to make defensive mistakes? The more the other team has the ball. So who are we relying on here to have perfection in the defense? We had Toby for half the time, but he lost the pace. Can you really let these two guys take on 75 minutes of a battering from a team like City? No, you have to be on the front foot all the time. You have to let them be reactive and get the ball forward. You can't let them sit back after we get one goal and just let the other team keep going at us, and that because they're going to make a mistake at some point in time. They didn't have the opportunity to do that yesterday.
Do you think even seeing us attack, seeing us counter, because, there are these moments, right, where Sanchez or Moon Boots, they would clear it, and it actually led, to, a counterattack just by them just, clearing it, just by clearing their lines. Do you think that's what maybe, even gave them a bit of confidence? Like, instead of, like you were saying, just accepting wave after wave, they kind of, watch the attack in front of them, help them out, give them that bit of confidence that they were defending for a reason, maybe. So I think
Nuno may have said, "Hey, look, Eric, instead of facing straight, I think you should turn this way a little bit, and then maybe the ball will go that way, instead of straight out to the right, the parking lot." I agree 100%, man. 100%. It's just, if they're constantly under pressure, they have no time to think. And I'm talking about them. I'm talking about Eric Dyer and Davison Sanchez. I'm not talking about any other top class defenders. They don't have the time to think, and that's when they make mistakes. So they have to see what's going on in front of them, react, reset, and then go again,
That's actually
100%.
the best neutral. That's the best neutral. I feel like, moon boots and GPS answer there is. It's not, any of the David, rants. He's just saying, every now and again, they just need a couple of seconds just to readjust, take a breath, right? Where like world-class defenders don't need that breath. But, they just need that breath. And maybe that's a great answer there.
No, it is. It's absolutely brilliant. Well, Nick, have you any parting words for the fan base out there that's tuning in and watching you? A lot of good comments about you here. Absolutely loving you.
Man, just thank you for having me on. Thank you for being patient, man. My Wi-Fi is dying as I'm speaking right here, man. But, up the Harris Army, that's what I got to say. Come on, you Spurs, and the Nuno revolution is for real. 100% for real. I am on board.
I love it. It's real, guys. We have to actually
it.
believe in it. There's no other way to go about it. Every single time, sign your receipts with in Nuno we trust, and also Harris Army, because that's where we're going now.
Mm-hmm.
No. Look, Nick, absolutely great guest as always. I always love listening to your points. You come up with some fantastic points. But man, I appreciate you taking time on your holidays to come out. And again, I want to apologize for last week sitting there for so long and then, unfortunately having to jump off, man. I do apologize.
No worries, man. You know that would be watching anyway. So no worries about that, man.
Appreciate it.
No worries at all. What an absolute legend. Thank you so much for coming on, my man. I appreciate it.
Legend.
All right, bro.
See you, Nick.
Have a good vacation. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, enjoy
yourself. Monday. You have a whole week in front of you. I just came back from the vacation, over the weekend, so you have a whole week in front of you.
I know. I was missing. I was stats depleted, man. I'm still myself up with random numbers that I don't understand. So hit me with more. I'm waiting for the Stats Jack episodes.
Oh, wait until you see this is going to rock your socks, lad.
Thank you.
There we go. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll see you, Nick.
Enjoy yourself.
All right,
legend. What an absolute legend Nick is, guys. Absolutely brilliant. So he is. Absolutely brilliant. We just have a super chat to get to here, and then we're going to get on the next guest, Joe Grimes. He's had a good weekend anyway, I can tell you that. David here, great name, King David. He says, Jaff is perfect against stronger sides, i.e. City, Liverpool. Keep Doherty. He can be value against mid-table teams. Only been here 1 year by Serge. Yeah, 100% I agree with you. Serge, Bulbo the Clown, he's gone. Doherty, look, whether I think we like it or not, you think he will be around for another year. And look, depending on what year he has this year, he'll definitely be on the chopping block if he doesn't perform. So, yeah, no, look, I agree with you. Look, I do think, just my opinion quickly, David, is, look, the Jaffa, I think, should be a starting right back now, and that Doherty just fills in and around when's needed. Because, look, I do think Jaffa, the more he plays at right back, we have to remember he's played, 2, 3, 4 games there in the senior team at right back. One against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup and stuff like that. So he hasn't played too many games there. I think the more he plays there, the better he's going to be going forward. But look, we already seen examples of what he can do going forward against Arsenal. Absolutely just manhandle the centre-back, get Granit Xhaka to jump on his back, hold him while he passes the ball to Son. You know what I mean? The guy's an absolute animal. Believe me, I think this guy's going to get better and better. And great point, David. Do you want to say anything to David there, Jacko?
No, David, I really agree with you. And, David, I'd like to know your thoughts about, maybe possibly putting Doherty, on loan to Galatasaray instead of, Tanganga. I think that'd be a better trade for them, maybe, David. But maybe Doherty's in the plans for a back five, because maybe that's why he subbed on with Romero, to switch to a back five. So maybe it is, as David is saying there, buy Serge, and, send him on over to Galatasaray, maybe send him on over to Fenerbahce, with the Ozil and the Scott.
Send them over to David's local team. That's what we'll do.
Absolutely. But, I think David's actually right. I think it is kind of a buy Serge, maybe keep Doherty for the back five kind of situations. And then maybe Jaffa is our mainstay back four right back.
No, 100%. 100%. But look, David, my man, really appreciate the support. You're a top guy and great name. Best name on the planet. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, my man. I appreciate the support, man. Everyone else, look, keep getting your super chats in. We will, as part of the agreement all the time, keep getting people's comments up on screen. The more that's in the chat, the harder it is to keep up. Guys, if you want to jump the queue, get your super chats in. And plus, like I said, it's a great way to support the channel. And Azza, I was absolutely chuffed. Make no mistake about it. Absolutely chuffed to bits. And there was another comment I wanted to get here. get to here. Where is it? It was by yeah, by Bake Bobby. I love the Irish love for Spurs, David. Yeah, no, look, there's a lot of us around
Big
now.
up, Bobby.
We're
Big up,
coming
Bobby.
out more and more and more and more. So we are. We're coming out of the shells. It took me to start doing it, but we're getting them out there loud and proud. Don't worry about that. And speaking about Irish, perfectly.
Speaking of Irish love, David. Speaking of Irish love.
It's our man Joe Grimes, and I will warn people, he's a bit hoarse. He's the county in Ireland. There's counties. Joe is from Offaly. His county won the under-20s All Ireland, and believe me, it's All Ireland or Leinster? All Ireland. All Ireland, yeah. Yeah, and it's very, very rare for Offaly to do anything in GAA. So the guys absolutely living it up. Followed by Spurs, absolutely, playing City off the park. So, Joe, great weekend for you.
It was one of the best weekends of my life, I have to say. They were one of the best. Anyway, it's Spurs and Offaly, and then Arsenal losing as well, and Dublin losing as well. So, just absolutely phenomenal.
No, unreal weekend for you. Unreal weekend for you. But where'd you go celebrating?
So I went back, came back. I got the second half of the game, and then had a bit of grub, and then I went back into Tullamore and couldn't get into any pubs, so we just had a big street party. So it was all just drinking on the streets, guys climbing up lampposts and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot when God teams do well. I don't know what it is. People just tend to climb up lampposts with the flags and stuff like that. But no, a good weekend. But look, what do you make of yesterday's game, Joe? Were you absolutely delighted? What do you take away from the game?
Yeah, it's absolutely delighted. I didn't see it coming now, to be honest. I only got the second half. Just why defensively very, very good. I have to big up Moon Boots and GPS Sanchez. I give them a lot of stick as you guys know, and not the biggest fans, but yesterday they were very composed and didn't look in any sort of trouble. And going forward as well, we're always as soon as we got possession, we're always trying to do something with the ball, trying to create chances. And it was just very pleasing to see, and the atmosphere was just electric. And my uncle was at the match, and he was following off me as well.
Oh no way! He was at the match.
Yeah. Went down to the match. He's following off me on the phone as well.
Nice. Yeah, Jack, I believe you had a question.
Yeah. I was going to say, Joe, speaking of Moon Boots and GPS Sanchez, when you saw the lineup, how were you feeling? Were you nervous? Maybe like Phillip said, were you crossing your fingers? Were you kind of thinking of this as just a free hit? Maybe how were you feeling about that?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling confident. I was chatting David about it during the week. Because I'm glad I don't have to watch this game. I'm watching the Offaly game, and I don't have to watch GPS Sanchez and Moon Boots play. But yeah, hats off to them. Although I still want another centre back to come in, but fair play to them.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I definitely think we want another centre back. They are still trying to get Pau Torres out of Villarreal. Milinkovic supposedly is very close as well. So it'll be very interesting to see who we do get in. But Joe, we were talking a bit about Harry Kane before. So look, we're going to let you off. You have something to say on Harry Kane?
It's a bit. You were talking about like the way he wasn't on social media and congratulating the players, and you said that maybe the club told him not to be on it, but a couple of weeks ago for his birthday, he was reposting all the White House. He was reposting all his English teammates were wishing him happy birthday, and he was reposting that on Instagram and his Instagram story. And the Anytime Spurs did sent happy birthday, he didn't repost that on Instagram. I thought that was quite telling, to be honest. It was nothing. Yeah, it's something I noticed. I don't know. It was a bit weird.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. What do you think, though, Joe? Do you think he is going to go? Do you think he is going to stay? Look, he was registered Thursday. So what do you think?
I don't know. I can't really see it now. I don't know. City are still kind of messing about, not paying the sum that we want. The £150 million is the asking price, and that's what it'll take. Stop just no need to keep lowballing us and just pissing us off. To be honest, like if you really want our player, pay us what we want, because all you're doing is just wasting Tottenham's time as well. Because time is ticking on now, and we all want to have our squad settled before the end of the transfer window.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Joe, if you don't mind, if I can ask you, maybe just in terms of the Højbjerg-Skip relationship, do you think that's going to be maybe similar to what we saw in the Euros, maybe with Thomas Delaney and Højbjerg? Do you think that Skip, can bring the best out of Højbjerg?
Yeah, I think they complement each other very well, and I thought they're both very aggressive, and they're both on the kind of same wavelength, as well as to who should sit back, who should go press up further up the field, and I thought it has the makings of a very good partnership, and I would like if possible, another midfield option, someone like Paulinho from Sporting Lisbon looks like a good player, and we got to get a Portuguese player in there as well. So
definitely.
And I would like another midfield option.
Sporting Lisbon's a good shout, Joe. Especially, I do think they just won, Liga NOS, last season. So that's a good shout. Maybe Nuno, have a bit of influence on them. But as well, maybe moving on to the attack, who was maybe your, favorite player of the attack? Was it Lucas? Was it Sonny? Was it Bergwijn? Was it just all three were spectacular for you? Who do you think maybe is, maybe the man of the match in terms of the attack?
I'd say Lucas. To be honest, Lucas absolutely worked his socks off.
Yeah.
And it was just in their defenders' faces all day, getting over them. Mendy couldn't deal with him all afternoon. And Lucas he's just becoming better and better every time he steps on the field at the moment. So it's great to see. And Bergwijn as well. Yeah, he worked his socks off as well, but his finishing once again let him down. I was so angry when he missed that chance again. Is
that another healthy reminder for him, Joe?
I don't know if
do you think he even knows? Like, do you think he even knows how much pain he's causing? Especially people like you, Joe. I could imagine, it's just made everybody's heart race, just increase tenfold.
Yeah. I was just typical when I was screaming and getting frustrated, but hopefully he needs to work on it. I think once he scores one goal, I think that'll be it for Bergwijn, and he'll get more composure then, and the goals will start flowing there once he scores that goal. For hopefully that'll happen the next couple.
I hope so. I hope you're right, because he just needs to realize you're going to get one chance in these big games, and you have to be clinical. You can't keep missing these chances. Look,
right.
He already had his lessons after the Liverpool game, and it looks like he hasn't learned them. And for me, look, work rate and everything was never his problem. It was always his end product, and for me, he still needs to work on it. And hopefully he can. But we'll wait and see. But Joe, Ndombele, look, not registered with the Conference League squad and everything else. What's your thoughts on the situation? Is his career at Tottenham over?
It appears to be over. Could be the biggest fraud we ever bought, to be honest. The way it's going, honestly, it's getting ridiculous. It's just we need to get him out. As even a loan deal, just to get send him off to a new club, see if he can get his mojo back, or the player he was at Lyon. Because he could be. To be honest, I don't really care if he becomes world class or becomes that player at a different club, because we're just not going to see it at Spurs. I don't think, because we just haven't seen it in the last 2 years. It's just not going to work, and it's best for both, for him and for Spurs, if he just leaves now at this stage.
Yeah, 100%. And would you agree with what Phillip was saying that, we're going to have to take a massive hit on this guy?
I wouldn't say a massive hit, maybe 15, 20 million hit, maybe. I think because a lot of clubs in like Italy or Spain might take a punt on him. Inter Milan were interested last
Maybe
year, I
in
think.
PSG.
And I can't see PSG going for him, but some like Barcelona might offer like a loan deal or something, or Inter Milan might offer something similar, a loan deal or something. But, yeah, hopefully need to get that situation sorted out as quick as possible, and while also plugging a few more holes and getting 2 or 3 more players in before the window closes.
No.
Yeah. What positions would you like to see them come in, Joe?
Another centre back, right back now mightn't be as pivotal anymore with Tanganga's massive performance yesterday. So that mightn't be as important. But centre back, midfielder, and forward.
Yeah.
I'd love an attacking midfielder as well, but I don't want to get too greedy.
Yeah,
Someone who can take a free kick.
Spurs
I think
fans at the end of the day.
Yeah, like Dyer was taking took a free kick against Arsenal last week. I know it clipped the crossbar, but I don't want to see him taking free kicks again this season. Please God,
That's true. Maybe someone who can come in for Dyer to, and maybe the 80th minute, to take the free kick, maybe even sub in for Dyer. It's like a number 10.
Dyer shouldn't be starting. Jack, Dyer shouldn't be starting anyways.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Yeah, you caught me there. Thank you, Joe. Joe, maybe last, kind of a, deeper question here. Which players do you think, could actually have, a regeneration under Nuno? Maybe it seems like you're kind of writing out Tanguy from it. Is there maybe someone, who's a bit out of form that you think could have a regeneration under Nuno? I mean, Bergwijn could be a good example, but, anyone else in mind?
Yeah, I think Stevie B can can improve as a player. I think Gio Lo Celso can improve. I think we can see the best. Hopefully, we can see the best of Gio in the coming months. Might get a tune out Matt Doherty maybe, and play him in his more comfortable position.
The Doherty whisperer.
Hopefully, Ryan Sessegnon as well. Got to back up Doherty, and hopefully Ryan Sessegnon as well. I want to see a lot more Ryan Sessegnon, and hopefully he can play an important role in the squad. So I really want to see him do well.
Yeah. No, 100%, 100%. Well, look, Joe, we're going to let you go, my man. But is there any parting words for the Harris Army out there?
No, not much now. Thanks for having me on and for listening to me speak. If you think it's shit, I don't mind.
You had a good weekend though, Joe. You had a good weekend.
Thanks for having me on, and I'm gonna go and drink some more beer.
No, go get that.
I'm on vacation, so I'm just gonna live my best life for a week.
Love that.
Well, you enjoy that vacation, man. I just want to say before you go, man, no one thinks you're shit, man. You get nothing but positive comments when you're on, man. Even David here says he's always so chill. We love having you on, my man, and keep coming on. I appreciate you coming on, and look, you get back off to basically finishing off your weekend and enjoying your vacation.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and I'll speak to you both soon.
I'll speak to you soon, my man.
Have a good evening.
Same to you.
Joe.
Big up, Joe. I love speaking to Joe. What a legend. Thomas James Smith says, I so want him to do well. He's on about Ndombele. If he could keep up to speed, he could be great. Yeah, 100%. I fully agree with you. Zaha would be a realistic signing for us and would break down pack defenses we come up against. 100%. Everyone in here bigging up Joe as well. Absolutely loving the love.
I think we have the comedian, one of our stand-up comedians, next, David. I think it might be Chris, actually, I believe.
Yeah,
David,
we
do.
Next
for us?
Yeah, we have Chris up next. Big Bobby here quickly says, do you have to be on a PC to video call you guys? No, you don't, my man. You just have to be a channel member. We do open up for members usually. If there's the gap to, or for non-members usually if there's the gap to. But man, it's just like, unfortunately it's the way it is. People pay to skip the queue, and so we have to accommodate that first, my man. But Bobby, look, if you do want to come on, hit me up on the social medias and stuff. I'm sure we can work something out and get you on. Just as long as you have a phone with a camera, it's all you need, my man. It's all you need. But look, let's get on the next guest, Jacko. Let's get him on.
Evening, lads.
Big up, Chris. It's good to have you. Chris, also, thanks for joining me on the watch along the other day. I like your kind of 2-1 prediction. I guess we were both wrong, but how are you feeling, going into that game? You seem to have a bit of confidence, or did you feel like you were proven right?
No, let me tell you one thing, yeah. Balls Fraudiola has been saying for years, we're the Harry Kane team. Has he forgotten the stats that we played them 4 times with Harry Kane, 3 times we've beaten them without him. 3 times in a row we've beaten them without Harry Kane.
We don't need Harry Kane to beat them. Yeah.
No, we don't. Ball Fraudiola keeps saying, we're the Harry Kane team. When have we had him when we beat them? We haven't. He's been injured, or he's just not been available.
Yeah. Definitely, Chris.
So,
definitely, Chris.
It's been the perfect weekend, really, Jack, if you think about it. The Scum lost on Friday, and then we beat City yesterday, and Pep went home crying.
Definitely, Chris. I was drinking the tears last night, and drinking the tears to fall asleep. They were actually quite nutritious, the City tears. But, maybe getting into, the players, and getting to the game, Chris, I feel like it was a full team performance, from the players. But which one, for you, Chris, was your man of the match?
I can't say nothing else but the Beast Jaffet. The Beast Jaffet. He had Sterling and Grealish from minute 1 in his pocket. Yeah. He was not letting them go. From the first minute tackle on Sterling, I thought, here we go. This is going to be Jaffet's game. And he proved us right. But I can't, Jack, normally I'll slate Dyer and I'll slate Sanchez. But for today, I actually can't.
No, you can't, Chris. It pains us. Maybe we have to learn, to just take it a game at a time,
I just thought to myself, when I saw Dyer and Sanchez actually putting the foot in the tackle and not actually showing no fear and actually clearing the ball away, I'm like, I can't actually slate them.
Wiping your eyes, Chris, right? You were probably, making sure the vision was okay, making sure you had the right prescriptions.
I have to say, I thought my stream kept jumping because they were actually putting the tackles in, but,
Big up, Chris. David, do you have a question, for Chris here? Maybe, in terms of any of the players, maybe the Skippy Højbjerg partnership, what are you thinking?
Yeah, look, what's your thoughts on Skip and Højbjerg as a partnership going forward? Sorry, whether it's a 3 or whether it's like in a 4-2-3-1 or whether it's a 4-3-3. Like, are you confident that Skip can partner Højbjerg for the whole season?
I think so. Okay, first 10 minutes yesterday, Skip looked a bit uncomfortable. But after that first 10 minute spell, he grew into the game. And I'll tell you what, he put in a hell of a shift. He kept Fernandinho quiet. He kept him quiet the whole game. Every tackle. And I'll tell you what, Dave, I can't just say Skip and Højbjerg. I can have to say the whole team. The whole team put a shift in. And I'll tell you what, that reminded me of Tottenham from a few years ago.
Yeah. It did. Everyone fighting for the same cause, Chris. It was great to see, wasn't it?
Yeah. Look, I'll give you a prime example. When Grealish tried to pick a fight with Lucas, Sanchez, Skip, Lo Celso all joined him and said, "What are you doing? What do you think you're going to start?" You showed the togetherness in the team. Mm. And seeing Skip put those tackles in was like, that's Tottenham. That's how it should be. Not, let me just smell your hair. Let me put a tackle in instead.
But Chris, some people are saying, Spurs are kind of known as being kind of the nice guys team, though. Spurs are kind of, always supposed to be, a bit more, let's say, a bit more kind, maybe to the other team. Are you maybe more the dark arts man? Or you kind of maybe, maybe a bit more of a fan of what Skippy was doing?
I want to see them put a tackle in and leave their mark on their game. I don't want them to say, you know what, just walk past me. No, I want them to see a tackle and put a hard tackle in and make sure they get the ball. Don't be reckless and be stupid. Just get the ball at all costs. Do not let them go past you. Mm-hmm. Simple. It's simple football. Put your tackle in and make sure you win the ball and don't get recorded.
Yeah, 100%. And just quickly, big up Tim Man 007. What a legend. Chris, a lot of loving coming in here for you, cracking people up here. look, as well, Jaffa Tanganga, man, what a performance yesterday at right back for the kid. You know,
Perfect 10.
Man of the match.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect 10 out of 10 for me. And do you know what? Hearing the fans singing, he's one of our own, that just put the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
The fans last night, Dave, I can't argue. They were our 12th man, and they gave our team the firepower.
Yes, Chris.
That's what we were missing.
Yeah.
And do you know, and the love they showed Nuno, in Nuno we trust. In Nuno we trust.
Love that,
No,
Chris. And
100%.
speaking of Nuno, Chris, who do you think is going to be maybe one under that regeneration of Nuno? You know, who is Nuno going to give a renaissance to, do you think?
It pains me to say Delhi. It pains me to say, because Delhi for the last 2 years has been so lazy, and now it seems like he's coming back into his own. And I think that he's had that little one-on-one chat with Nuno, and Nuno said, "Look, just this is how we're going to do things. And if you don't want to stay, you can go, but show me what you can do." And it looks like he's done it, and he's doing it. So it pains me to say, because I've not appreciated Delhi for a couple of years, but I can't say Delhi's performances recently. Yeah, getting there.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. And what about Stevie B, Chris? Do you think we're going to see a better Stevie B this season, or do you think, look, judging by the miss yesterday in another big game, do you think that maybe this guy just isn't going to cut the mustard?
Good question.
Look, don't get me wrong. His pace, yeah, he could be handy, but he needs to learn to finish, man. That one he missed yesterday, that any other striker probably would have scored that.
Yeah, especially Ederson was out of his goal as well. You know,
exactly.
He put himself in a good position. You know, Chris, you know, let me know that. Are you seeing the same thing here? I feel like he just waits too long, you know, to make a decision. It seems like he just waits till the last moment to shoot it instead of other, you know, strikers that seem to make their mind up early. You know, sometimes making your mind up early isn't the best idea, but he seems to make his mind up late. What do you think, Chris?
No, I don't think so, Jack. I think under Jose, I think he's lost all his confidence. It's the confidence issue in front of goal. Where he was playing like as an attacking fullback last season under Jose, where he was having to help with defence, I don't think he's still got that confidence in him to go and score goals. I think he's still got that sort of mentality where he's thinking, should I go for goal or should I just pass? But he should be more greedy and go for it. He's not going to score every time, we know that. But the more times he shoots, the more times he's going to probably get a goal. He needs to be a bit more greedy. He has to be more greedy and not think about the sideways pass. Just go for it.
Do you think maybe the best example then was that kind of Sun situation and, you know, the friendlies?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Like who would want to lay one off against, you know, Colchester, you know, or the boys down the road? You know, why would anybody want to do that? You would want to be selfish, you would think. You
would be, but I think, as I said, Jack, I think it's a confidence issue with Stevie. He just needs to get his confidence back in front of goal.
Yeah.
Did he ever have it? Well, Steve, let's get right now. When he first came to us, he had that promise where he was getting goals, but then he got that injury. Then then Jose started playing him out of position, putting him in a position which he was not familiar with, and he lost all his confidence. And it's taken him a long time now to get his confidence back up. So I think give him till next season. If he still hasn't improved, then I'll say yeah, ship him out. But just give him another season. Let's see.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And Ellie saying Jack's on form tonight to break it.
I think a little bit off, David. I think been on form in terms of the tactics. You know, maybe tonight. You know, I feel like David's been given dealing the good questions. And maybe David has a better question bank to choose from than I do maybe tonight.
Yeah, look, first of all, big up, Big Bobby, new channel member, big yourself up, my man. If it's the white membership, man, get onto the community section and come on and have your say. I look forward to hearing from you. Everyone else, if you do want to come on and have your say, do what Bobby's done here. Press join and grab your membership, guys, and come on and have your say.
Good, Bobby.
Questions. Let me think now. So let me see. So, yesterday we seem to play a 4-3-3, Chris. Do you think that is going to be the formation going forward? Do you think it could be fluid where we can switch maybe against the smaller teams to a 4-2-3-1 to kind of be a bit more attacking?
Wow.
I think it depends. It depends who we're playing. If we're playing something like Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, I think we'll go with a 4-3-3 to counter that. But if it's somebody like Watford, Southampton, Crystal Palace, I think he'll go with maybe a 3 at the back.
Yeah.
And then play play with 2 backs and with Højbjerg and Skip in the middle of it. But it all depends. It depends who we're playing. But if it's, as I said, like somebody like Man United, Man City, or somebody like that, then it will be a straight 4-3-3, like we did against City yesterday, and hit them on the break. And that was what I'll tell you what, the speed of our counters was like the Tottenham of old, how we used to be. Not sit back, wait for them to put a ball behind us, then go for the counter attack. It was full throttle attack.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what we've. That's exactly what. It's full throttle attacking. No messing around. Look for the option and play that ball straight up front. No silly sideways, backwards passes. Could tell Winks wasn't on the pitch.
Yeah. 100%.
I love that tactical answer,
It was
Chris.
purely progressive.
Good question from David as well. And, maybe speaking of the tactics, Chris, maybe do you think, if we were to do that back 3, would Sonny be up by himself, up top? Would someone partner him up top? Would it be kind of
I think
up top?
I think what would happen, you'll probably have Stevie B and Lucas behind him. Just playing off him.
So yeah.
And then you'll have the 2 wing backs playing it probably more into a midfield and just tracking back when need to be, like Region and maybe Jaffa tracking back if needed.
I like that. That. Maybe even Jaffa could be in that back 3. I like that. As well. Maybe. Do you think maybe Tanguy has any sort of future? With the club. I'm not sure if David or I have asked you yet. And I'm kind of interested. Do you think Tanguy could be regenerated under Nuno?
I've got one word to say that. Ndombele. Because do you know what? I can't see him having a future. It's taken him 2 years, and he still has not shown no commitment to the club. If he really wanted to be there, he would have got fit by now and sorted himself out. But he hasn't. He hasn't. He's still showing a lack of commitment. Crying because he wants to stay with the Deadwood. He wants the Deadwood to stay. I want Sissoko gone. I want Bobo gone. And if he wants to go with him, let him go. We're going to take a hit on him. We're going to lose at least 20 million on him. That is a fact. But if he doesn't want to be there, go. Just ask to leave. We can't have a player who don't want to be there, Dave. Let's be real. We can't.
No, I agree with you. Look, this is something I've campaigned all along.
It's toxic.
Yeah, we can't have players who, if you don't want to be here, get the fuck out. That's my opinion. You know what I mean?
It's toxic, though.
Yeah, it is.
Problem is, it causes a toxic atmosphere, and it's going to drive a wedge into the team. And that's what Nuno's trying to eradicate, get rid of it. And he's brought back a spirit to the team, and which is what we've missed. There's no individuals in that team now.
Yeah. No, 100%. Look, and that's shown on the pitch yesterday, Chris, 11 guys, as a team, playing as a team rather than all individuals, so 100% it's shown, man. It really has shown. Jack, have you
and the tackles were just mean tackles. Just no little soft little tap on the ankle. It was a full throttle tackle.
Even Skips at the end. Did you see Skips at the end? He nearly decapitated the City midfielders. Honestly,
I have to say, even Doherty at the end, when he knocked De Bruyne off the pitch, I thought, go on, get in there. That's it. Just knock him straight off the pitch. That's exactly what you need to be doing. And Doherty's like, get up. What are you doing? Get up. It's near the end of the game.
What do you think about Jack Grealish having a go at Lucas for trying to buy a cheap free kick?
Do you know, right? I have to say that I was applauding the players. Sanchez, Gio, Skip, all stood up and said, what you did? This is my teammate here. Back off.
Yeah, Sanchez as well was doing that. You're right, Chris. I saw that.
Sanchez took a yellow for it. And he was like, and I've got a yellow card, and what you did?
Yeah, he was almost not even. Grealish at one point was like 20 yards away from him, and GPS was still standing there, screaming at him. Honestly, Grealish probably was too scared to go near him for the rest of the game.
It's very rare you see Lucas take a yellow card, but he took one for the team yesterday as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very rare you'll see Lucas get a yellow card, but yesterday he was in the mood for it. You can see the whole team was up for it.
But you know what was nice though, Chris? Do you know, like last season, how many times did we see players beat 2-3 of our players, get into the box, get a shot off, pass it off? This time, anywhere near the box, boom, take them out. Not a problem. Yeah, that's what we want to see. We want to see that nastiness, that grittiness.
But Dave, look, Tanganga first minute schooled Sterling, knocked him straight off his feet. Within the 10th minute, Skip taking out Jack Grealish. Then you've got Højbjerg taking out Fernandinho in about 15th minute. The whole game, that was how it was supposed to be. And that's exactly what they've done. They were given a job to do. and they've done it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch the game on Sky Sports because I cannot stand any of their commentators. Graham Souness just grinds me. Gary Neville just grinds me. Mika Richards, I cannot stand him. Any of them, I cannot stand. I had to watch it on a South African stream just so I didn't listen to them. Do you know what I mean? I found a South African stream and it was a clear stream and I was like, I'll watch it on here. No listening to BS. Can't stand fraud sports. Can't do it.
I love your dedication to stuff you don't like, lad. How does
when I listen to fraud sports, I'm like, you know what? Oh, don't just find a different link, find a different stream, and I did.
Oh, Chris, you crack me up, my man. You do crack me up.
Yep.
But look, have you any parting words for the Harris Army, my man?
Keep supporting the Harris Army. Smash a like, get your super chats in, and come on, you Spurs. And Nuno, we trust.
And Nuno, we trust, Chris. I love that. I love that, Chris.
Absolutely cracked me up. Great calling again.
The one thing I'll say to the team is keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting those tackles in and keep attacking. Because we'll get results.
Yeah.
We need the same against Wolves.
Thank you, Chris. And Chris, they probably just heard that, you were going to be seeing them in the, at training, and they probably just, that was the bit of motivation they needed because they did not want to see you hollering.
Jack, they need to do it against Wolves next week. They need to do that against Wolves next week. They need to do that.
Chris. Love that.
100%. Well, look, Chris, I hope to see you back here again next Monday, my man.
Hopefully, if I'm still alive.
Oh, look, you will be. You will be as long as Spurs win Thursday. I'm sure you'll be alive by Sunday.
It depends if Tottenham give me a heart attack or not, and I see GPS and that Moon Boost play well again. Because I can't do 2 Sundays in a row where they play well.
You're going to have to learn how to do it, Chris. I think it's going to be happening. You're going to have to learn with it. We're going to have to cope with it.
Jack, 2 weeks of me not insulting Moon Boots and GPS, that's going to be hard work.
Chris would be sitting there analysing the game. He'd be sitting right in front of the TV waiting for something.
No, I was just waiting to see if one of the balls could come towards the northeast for me from Dyer, but I thought no, it didn't happen. So I can't fault him. I can't argue this time.
Maybe Nuno has finally got through to him, huh?
I think so. Maybe he said to him, "Listen, you kick the ball down the end of the pitch, not into the River Thames."
Yeah, 100%.
We're losing ball boys.
No, see, they couldn't afford to put them into River Thames because all the canoeists are still trying to get back from the Olympics, lad. So they couldn't.
They're complaining. They keep complaining. They keep finding the Tottenham footballs there.
Well, look, you're absolutely brilliant, Chris. Hope to see you back here next Monday, my man.
Yeah, definitely.
Ellie just says, before you go, Ellie says, big up, Chris, a Greek Cypriot legend, living the life in fun and laughter. Always cracking it all up with his little reports. Bloody hilarious, Chris, my man.
That's a good comment to end on.
Good to have Ellie's approval, Chris. It's good to have Ellie's approval.
What can I say to that? What can I say to Ali? She's amazing anyway, so she's always amazing. Can't fault Ali. She's absolutely amazing.
You sound like you're about to break into a love song.
No. If I started singing, that'll be us in relegation, Dave, so better not.
No, I can't have Moon Boots and GPS be good and then Chris singing in a week. That would just mean, the earth is, rotating a different direction.
Jack, I'll be immigrating to Alaska or something if I have to start singing, man.
Well, look, Chris, you go and enjoy yourself, man. And thanks.
I will, man. See you later, lads.
My man.
Big up,
Chris. See you, Chris. Absolute brilliant call from Chris. As always, guys, get the loving in there for Chris, guys. Get the loving in there. Wolf Maurer says, I suppose I should stay out of the chat, seeing as I'm speechless, blown away by the performance all over the pitch. Big up the Harris Army. Big yourself up, Wolfie. I hope things are well with you, man. And Tim Man 007 with the super chat. Really appreciate it, Tim Man. You guys think we will sell on Ndombele? Do you know what? I'm torn on this. I'm kind of sitting there thinking, right? It wasn't included in the Europa Conference League. Are we going to sell him? There's that potential. But I like to sit here and think that maybe Nuno has some sort of genius plan and he's just holding him back. That's what I like to think that. Do you know what, Tin Man? I'm really torn. I'm really torn on this. Look, I don't like the way it came out that, if Sissoko and Aurier is leaving, he's contemplating on leaving because they're his friends, whatever. I just believe that there is a player in there. I don't know. Look, it's 3 managers, same results. I suppose that should probably tell me everything I need to know. So on that basis, Tin Man, I'm going to say get rid. But get rid. Jack?
Yeah, to be honest, David, I might probably go with, Tanguy staying. I'm just going to be a bit of a Tanguy optimist, a bit of a Tanguy half, glass full kind of guy, and just say, yeah, he's staying, David, and he has the special plans for him, like you were saying, and maybe he's going to play that Dele role, that Dele was playing, very hard working kind of, number 10 in a flat 3, hard working number 10 in a flat 3. And that maybe is what maybe Tanguy is best for, just as being a kind of a number 10 normal center mid. But yeah, it's hard to have any positivity about Tanguy's future for sure.
No, it is. But look, big up, Tim, man. Really do appreciate the support, brother. Absolute legend. Guys, everyone else, feel free to keep getting your support in for the channel. It is greatly appreciated. I can tell you that. But look, Jack, let's get on the next guest. So I tell you the running order. We have Brad Matthews next, then Marcelo, then we have Ellie, then we have Shamu, and then we have Mark as well. So, but look, guys, let's get on the next guest. Let's bring him on. Let's waste no more time. It's our man, Brad. And Brad,
how you doing, guys?
Brad. Good to have you, Brad.
What a day yesterday. Absolutely brilliant.
Unbelievable. But look, Brad, I tell you what, instead of us asking the question, I know you had some stuff you kind of wanted to report from the game yesterday. So why don't we let you get into it? I'm just going to go grab a drink there quickly. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the public transport, absolute crap. Engineering works at White Hart Lane Station. They must check the fixture list before they decide when to do engineering works. And they must have known the first game of the season was on. So they shut White Hart Lane Station down, and that caused pandemonium. I normally go early anyway, but the trains were packed. I eventually got there.
That meant a longer walk, Brad?
It basically meant that when I got there were a lot of queues outside the stands, but the entrance I go in was okay. No spot checks, so not on me anyway for the COVID pass. But it's really, really good to get inside the stadium, to have a beer, and actually have more than one beer actually.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for this moment for 18 months. I've been waiting for 2 moments for 18 months during lockdown. One, get back to the stadium, see a great live game with a great crowd and atmosphere. And 2 was to see live music again in a pub with loads of people and get beer spilt on me. I've missed that. I've been looking forward to that. And both happened yesterday because the game was absolutely out of this world. And then we went to, I don't know if anyone knows, the number 8 pub, which is just outside the ground, really. We went in there and there was a live band playing, and it was brilliant because they were playing all the hits, getting everyone to sing along. Everyone was singing along, singing Tottenham songs. Everyone was singing along. And they're all singing along to like Oasis, which I thought was a perfect irony, having just beaten Man City, their fans of. But no, it was absolutely brilliant. I thought the game, that's probably the best Spurs performance I've seen in a long, long time. It was just full of desire, effort.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the 4 lagers talking, but I didn't even feel.
I don't think so, Brad. I think you were seeing clearly. Clearly, Brad.
I didn't feel nervous during the game.
Right.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, but not like normally. Normally, when you
were you nervous going into it quickly, Brad? Can I interrupt you? Were you nervous going into it, or were you kind of maybe not so nervous after 20 minutes? How were you feeling? Going right into it at kickoff.
I quite literally, I'd sort of from 4 weeks ago when I thought, oh, this is going to be disaster, and then as we've got the new players in and Nuno seems to be settling in, I was more and more confident. So I was actually quietly confident of winning, although I thought a draw would be good. And then when the game started, but I expected it to go the way it did early on with Man City getting all the possession. I thought that would happen. But then I looked at their team and I thought, well, there's no De Bruyne, there's no Aguero anymore, there's no Foden, and they even had people like, Laporte on the bench. I'm thinking, well, actually, that's it might be an expensive team, but they're not that good. They're not brilliant. Torres up front, that's not that frightening. And I just thought the guys put in so much effort, and I thought what worked really well yesterday, and I think we should do this against teams like Man City. We had a hard-working midfield there of Holwood, Skip and Dele Alli, putting in all the hard yards, winning the ball, that sort of thing. Up front, we had a lot of pace. Bergwijn, Son, and Lucas, who was absolutely immense. And I thought that really caused some problems because, unlike under Mourinho, where we just sat back and took it all in and then occasionally broke, we were always a threat. We pressed higher. It was always a threat. And I think by pressing higher, that gave Dyer and Sanchez more confidence because they didn't have these, under the cosh all the time. And it just seemed to work so well. And the effort they put in, and from the first tackle that Tanganga did on was it Sterling or no, it was Grealish, wasn't it? That first tackle, he went in, and it's like yes. And at the end, the tackle by Skip and the tackle by Sanchez, well, it wasn't even a tackle. He won the ball back and started going up the pitch again. I was going, whoa! It's like scoring a goal. It was like, whoa, it's absolutely brilliant. And I thought that was just, they've got to keep that going now. That's the problem. It's easy to raise your game against Man City, but when you play in a lot of teams, they've got to try and get that intensity. And I think the fitness proved itself yesterday because at the end of the game, we were outplaying them. We had more of the ball. I was confident our fitness would take us over the line at the end of that game, but it was just absolutely perfect day, football, beer and music. There's nothing better than that. That is life.
Especially for you, Brad. I know you're kind of an arts guy, man of culture as well. That's what you like to see. I
was going up to the guitarist in the band and asking him what guitar he had. So,
just quickly, guys, housekeeping. New channel member Oliver Freeman. Big yourself up. Look, if you are a white member, the link is up in the community section. Make sure you get on there, check it out, and come on and have your say if you want to come on and have your say. And if not, every Monday from now on, Oliver, you will be having one of these shows if you'd like to come on. As Faz Radfar says, thanks for the great stream. Applaud or boo Kane.
Still applaud for me.
I think we should applaud him. If he stays at Tottenham, he's one of our own. At the end of the day, we have to get behind him. There's no point in booing him for a whole season. Right. So I would say applaud.
Totally agree. I thought yesterday, actually, the crowd reaction to that, I think it was more or less perfect because it was sort of it wasn't being nasty, but when they say, "Oh, you watching Harry Kane?" It's almost like saying, "Look, this is what you could be part of. This is the new Spurs going forward. Are you watching this?" I didn't feel there's any malice intended in it. And then also the singing the Japhet Tanganga song. I mean, one, he deserved it because it's such a brilliant performance, but also sort of saying, look, this is how we treat our own players. This is what it means to us, and if you stay with us, this is what you could be part of. And I keep saying it, to go and, I can't, it's like our supporters. Spurs won't win anything. I'll go and support Man City because they will win stuff. It's just, it seems so blank to me that a player would, and they all do it, would move to a team just to win trophies because they're guaranteed trophies. No, win a trophy at Spurs. Although saying that, how's Kane going to fit into our system? I know he's a world-class player in that, but if we play like that against Man City, where we had the three quick players up front, is Kane going to maybe somewhat hold us back if we have to play that way?
I think, in games like that, I think you're spot on. I think maybe he could. But look, against City, that's the way you get at them. But when you're coming up against the likes of a Burnley, like that, you do need a vocal point, whether it be Harry Kane or whether it be Vlahovic if he's on his way, whoever. You will need a vocal point throughout the season, and you will need a striker on the end of it. 100%. Faz Radfar, big yourself up, man. Really, really do appreciate the support. Just quickly, Brad, I was listening to what you were saying. I could hear you. I was just grabbing a drink. Seven Sisters, was that not open?
But I don't normally get the tube. I don't. I'm a bit claustrophobic, so I sort of try and avoid the tube. But Seven Sisters was open, But see, I normally will get the train to Northumberland Park anyway. But that was the only way of getting there. So, and sometimes you can get to Tottenham Town if possible. I can walk that from there anyway. So, but it just seems so stupid that on that one day that they decided to have engineering works. I just don't think these things through. But I got to the game. I would have got a taxi if I had to. It's like that sort of thing. So, but no, Seven Sisters was open. That's. But going home, it would have been okay after the pub because the crowds have gone there. But that place was rammed after match, and they have you literally have to. Actually, the first game at the new stadium against Palace, I decided to walk to Seven Sisters because you can get the overground from there, and there were queues that were so long, even just to get into the station. There's massive queues, so it's it's just rammed. I mean, you've got to expect it. It's twice the amount of people going into the stadium now, you know.
Yeah.
So but no, it was a great experience yesterday, and it was good to be and good to see most of the people around me that sit around me. Good to see them again, you know. So that was good as well. So
yeah,
and the
100%.
nickel here and that and yeah, I mean the crowd yesterday was, and that's what people said last season about the new stadium, or season before about the new stadium. Oh, it's got no atmosphere, blah blah. It has a great atmosphere when the team are playing well, when they get behind the team, when there's that big event. And I think that's what's happened. That's what happened under Pochettino in the early days. It seems to be happening under Nuno now, is that the whole club has won. The players, the supporters, the coaching staff, they're all as one. And we're all in, you know, it's a corny comment, I know, but we're all in this together. And, you know, and I mean, Sonny, after match interview, he was just sort of saying how brilliant the fans were back and that sort of thing. And I think that's it. And also, I think with Nuno, I think Mourinho got them scared of playing football. Whereas Nuno seems to, in most of his interviews, he says, no, we want to, you know, and he actually named COVID. He says, with the COVID stuff, what's been happening around the world, you've got to enjoy your life. So I want my players to enjoy playing, you know, and that sort of thing. And I think that seems to relax you. And I think that's why a relaxed player will always play better than one that's so uptight that he just, you know, doesn't function. So, yeah, I think that seems to be working. The team spirit seems to be brilliant.
Yeah.
But we've got to keep this up. This is it. You know, it's only the first game of the season.
It is only the first game. It is only the first game, Brad. Brad, I'm not sure if we got this from you yet. That maybe you already did. Did you say who your man of the match was?
I guess you've got to go Tanganga. You've got to go Lucas.
Lucas, what was it like to hear the Tanganga? You know, to hear the shouts from the fans, to hear the songs from the fan for Tanganga.
Absolutely brilliant. And it was twofold. It was one, you know, he deserves it, and two, it was saying, hey, this is how we treat our own sort of thing. And I thought, now whether Nuno did this on purpose, I don't know. But when he brought him off, and he was on the other side, obviously as a right back, and he had to walk in front of the South Stand, and they were all singing that. That was what a moment for that young lad. You know, what a moment, and that will just give you confidence to, you know, to go on and do it, sort of thing. And yeah, so that was brilliant. And I think if we can play with that intensity in the home games, no matter who we're playing, then the crowd will get behind the team, and then you know that stadium will become a fortress. And you know we'll never forget White Hart Lane, but I think White Hart Lane 2 will become, you know, the new place, sort of thing, for this stuff to happen. So yeah.
100%. And look, what do you think of the Skip and Højbjerg partnership going forward? Do you think it's one that can really flourish?
Look, I've been looking forward to that since the pre-season games, since when Højbjerg started playing it, because they seem to complement each other. This has come up before tonight. They seem to complement, and I noticed on Sunday that Højbjerg was getting forward a lot more, because now I think he's confident that Skip will cover him, and they were doing that. And I think that and the brilliant way that worked yesterday was that with the 3-man midfield, you've got the other Dele Alli, who to be fair, in the first half, I didn't see a lot of him, but then where I sit, he's on exactly the opposite side of the stadium. But the second half, he was getting stuck in and really working. And I think if you've got those 3 players working there, and then you wait when you play the lesser teams, we don't, you know, I mean, against Man City, you've got to control that midfield, or try and control that midfield. And you know you're going to give a lot of possession away, but you need to know that you've got players that will win it back and do the hard work. But when you play the lesser teams that don't do that, then you can afford to play further forward and just have the pivot of Skip and Højbjerg. But that was that has got to be. I don't see any reason to break that partnership, you know, unless you're resting them in a game where they need to be rested.
And as well, just how important is it to have homegrown players like one of our own, like Tanganga, Skip? You know, how important is it to have players like that who genuinely care for the club and who genuinely, you know, want to win, will do anything to win? How important is it to have that in your team?
It's incredibly important, because one, they're doing it for the love of the club. They're not doing it because they're a paid professional. You know, I mean, I know there are some players, and Son's a good example of this, who do take it as their own club. But these lads who have supported the club as boys and that, you know, it's like if we played for Tottenham, you know, it would mean so much. But the thing is, if these players start playing well and getting games and you see the crowd, that's going to encourage the other youngsters that are coming through the academies and that to sort of stick around and keep trying, you know, and know that they'll get a chance. And, you know, and I mean, I think there's little bit disappointed that Dennis Kirkin was being sold, but obviously he didn't think he was going to get a chance. And I think when you see players like Tanganga and Skip coming through, I mean, yeah, obviously they're very, very talented, but that's got to give encouragement to the other players in the academy and your Dane Scarlets and your Alfred Divines and these sort of people.
Yeah. With Dennis Kirkin, it was his decision. They were trying to give him a contract behind the scenes, and he just didn't see a pathway for him with Cessny on Davies and Reguilon there. So it was his choice to leave, which was sad because honestly, look, I was calling for him to be given a chance last season instead of Ben Davies. So it is sad to see him go. And I believe there might be a buyback clause in the deal, though. I believe.
Leaving there'd be something there, wouldn't there? There'd be some sort of, we get a bit of money if he plays 2 games or whatever,
100%. But look, Brad, we have a super chat here from Arsenal, so I presume I'm going to let you answer this one, my man. And he says, pros, good job, great goal, smart play. Cons, that the B team for Man City, so don't get carried away. Ali too slow, tracking back. Hope they don't lose momentum. Brad, what would you just say to Arsenal here?
Well, I say that as far as it being Man City's second team, they're still fairly decent players and will probably be the first team for a lot of clubs. And you can only beat what's in front of you. It's no use saying, they're only, they didn't have these players. They're there to be beaten. And the thing about saying it's only their second team, don't get carried away. Obviously, it's only the first game of the season. But if we'd have lost yesterday or drawn, everyone would be saying, oh, well, that was our chance to beat them because they only had their second team out. So you can't have it both ways. I didn't think Ali was too slow tracking back. I think he put a lot of effort in. Sometimes when he gets the ball, he might hold on to it too long before making that pass.
Yeah,
I agree with that. He needs to quicken that a bit. But no, I don't think he was too slow yesterday. I thought he had a very good game. Hope they don't lose momentum. Yeah, definitely. But you keep your momentum if you keep winning. So you've got to love that winning feeling, whether it be against Man City, whether it be against the Portuguese side on Thursday. Keep winning. And that's why I think that we should try and win this Conference Cup, try and win the League Cup, try and win the FA Cup. Because winning, it just, I mean, you saw Man City last year, didn't you? Had a really crap start. I couldn't believe it, actually. In December, they were 8 points behind us. And they beat us by 22 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Once they got on that track of winning and that momentum. So, that's a very good point. Yeah, don't lose momentum, definitely.
No, 100%. Look, we've carried it in from preseason, that unbeaten feeling. Clawing that 2-2 back against Chelsea was massive to that. And now we've gone out and beat City. Look, Arsenal, I couldn't care if it was under Man City under 9s. I couldn't care if that's who they put out. That's who's there in front of us to beat. At the end of the day, look, we got the job done. No one expected us to beat City. I can get what you're saying about getting carried away, but Arsenal, you know me, man. I get carried away. I can't help it. Until we lose, I'm going to sit here and think we can win the league. So there you are, Arsenal. There you are, my man. And look, Ali too slow tracking back. Look, maybe first half you have a point. Second half, I actually thought he was unbelievable. It's something that we haven't seen from Dele Alli getting back and getting in there.
He ran 11 kilometres, didn't he? He ran 11 kilometres, apparently. The most
out of any Spurs player. Yeah, the most out of any Spurs player. But big up, Arsenal. I really appreciate the support, my man. Absolute top man, and everyone else, feel free to keep getting your super chats in and help support the channel, guys. The chat is absolutely hopping. I will try and get everyone's comments up, but sometimes it does get a bit impossible, guys. So super chat is the way to go. But Brad, Jack, have you any more questions for Brad?
No, Brad, I feel like this is kind of the big, last kind of deeper question for you. Kind of one of the more longer winding, question for you before we maybe move on to Marcelo here, Brad. But maybe. What are your thoughts on I know you mentioned, a ton of players, maybe I missed it, earlier, but who would you say is going to be the one that's going to, regenerate his form, is going to be, having a renaissance, under Nuno? Who do you think is going to be kind of just a totally new man, let's say, a totally new player under Nuno?
Well, I hope it's Dele Alli, because I think it looks like he will be. Now, I'm going back on what I've said in previous casts, is that, I always thought he's the number 10 and coming from behind, but this new position seems to be more of a midfield role. So I think that hopefully he'll continue that. I think we've already seen Lucas. I haven't given up on Doherty. And I think someone made the point of when you play a 3 at the back, then Doherty might come into the 4. And I know this has been a question for everyone, I don't think we should sell Tanguy for the simple reason that he started slow last season and still had a good season. And I would leave it up to Nuno, actually. If Nuno believes he can do something with Tanguy this season, then, yeah, keep him. And also, we can't sell him now because we're not going to get much value for him. If Nuno believes in him and plays him and he has a decent season or even a half-decent season, then if you do want to sell him, then you might get more money for him. But yeah, I think those sort of players, I'm hoping also that we might see players like Sessegnon do really well this season as well. Renaissance, what was that? New beginnings, is that something?
I don't know. Maybe I missed.
Maybe
Stretching the word a bit. Yeah, I think with Nuno, the very philosophical Nuno could be a renaissance.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, did you hear his comment after he said, "Oh, very pleased with the performance, but we need more perfection. We're striving for perfection, and we may never get it." And I thought that was a very honest comment. That you strive to get better and better and better, but you'll never be perfect. And I thought that was really a really good comment. I can't see players like Winks or Sissoko. I can't see them having a resurgence. And well, hopefully, I mean, Sissoko to me is past his sell-by date. Actually, the funny point yesterday was I was letting the crowd go, and before I went up for a beer, I heard these young girls going, Harry, Harry, Harry. And I thought, Harry Kane's here. Harry Kane's here. And I'm looking. They're all running up and down doing the warm down. I'm looking for Harry Kane. And I suddenly realised it's Harry Winks, wasn't it? And apparently he must have waved at them because they go, oh, he waved, sort of thing. So.
Look, can't be fangirling Jack. Or
Harry the ladies are not on the football pitch.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But Brad, look, before we let you go, lazy out with the super chat, who's Nick, who was just on. He says, Brad, thank you for making me feel like I was there with you, oozing authenticity every time.
Wow,
my pleasure, Nick. My pleasure. I love your comments, Nick, as well. I think very, very insightful. Very, very. I think, and Jack, you as well. I think the American, and this surprised me when I first started watching these streams. When lockdown started, I think the Americans have they seem to have a different insight on things, and it's really refreshing.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, no, it's no, he played bad, he played good. They seem to bring something new to the table. And I just really so yeah, Nick was brilliant, and cheers, mate. I will if we play like that every time I go to the match, well, it'll be the same every week on this show. So yeah,
I think it's just the American Spurs fans, Brad. I think it's just the likes of Nick. I know Marcelo, is a more Brazilian, and but he's also has plenty of, just as American as I am, Marcelo. So I think it's just the American Spurs fans maybe that just have that bit of insight.
It could be. And I also would say that whether you go to the games each week or whether you watch from America or wherever you might be in the world, you're all relevant. You're all as much Spurs fans as the people that are in the ground, honestly. Because when you think of it, if Spurs have got, I don't know, 100 million fans, 20 million fans around the world, only 50,000 can go each week. So,
that's fair.
So, you're all part of this.
Cheers, Brad. Thank you.
So big up. As someone actually said, there should be a big up drinking game that you have a swig of a drink every time someone says big
every
up.
Time
there'd
be too many.
They'd be locked after the first 10 minutes, lad, especially when I'm introducing everybody. But look, Brad, I appreciate your input, man. Everyone else does here. First of all, Nick, thanks for the support, my man. Really do appreciate it. But
Thank
Brad,
you so much,
obviously there's loads of comments here about you. So big yourself up. Absolute legend, lad. Loads of people. Mary says, now you've done it, Brad. You mentioned the W.
Sorry.
Honestly, thanks very much for your insight from being.
Can I just say there's some absolutely brilliant guests on after me. So if you're watching now, keep watching and click a like and get the super chats in and become members. There you go.
There you are. Honestly, if you want to be sitting there beside Brad, make sure you do become a member, guys. Make sure you do become a member. But Brad, look, I'm going to let you go. Maybe you have a few more songs to write. Bust out a few more songs, my man.
Oh, yeah.
But look, do you know what it is? I'm absolutely loving seeing smiles on everyone's faces.
Yeah.
Seeing the smile back on Phillip's face, Joe's face, Nick's face. Who else have we had? Chris back smiling. Chris and good yourself back smiling, Brad. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see the smile back on on absolutely everyone's faces, my man. So look, big yourself up. I really appreciate you coming on. Another great call, as you always do. And thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
Cheers,
see you later. Bye.
Brad. You have a good night, my man.
Legend. Thank you, Brad.
Brad, absolute legend. He's absolutely brilliant. I love him every time he comes on. You know, he's really good. He's really good. He gets people to listen. He has that ability. So big yourself up, Brad. What an absolute legend. And we're going from one legend to another legend, guys. So let's bring him on. Let's waste no time. This guy really, really wants to celebrate this result.
Oil FC got pumped. What did I tell you? Who needs Tingus Pingus when you got the Korean King? So now, no, bro. I'm telling you, after he went to that military service, he became a sniper, bro, scoring goals after goals, and that bullet was straight at Pep Guardiola's heart, bro. That ball front, how dare he? How dare he mention our great club? I told you, David. I WhatsApped you. I said it. City cannot beat us at our home. It's football heritage. They can't handle the noise. They're used to it at the empty head. I'm telling you, bro. When they go back to the empty head, they're gonna think it's still lockdown. You know, all the fans singing "Kumbaya," bro. I said it, bro. They have no fans. I can't believe Harry Kane wants to leave for that empty, soulless club, bro, full of mercenaries that see Jack Grealish, another mercenary, another scum. He should have stayed in Villa, bro. You could have been a hero, but you lived long enough to see yourself become a fucking villain, bro. That guy, I thought he was getting ready for a swimsuit shoot. He kept diving around, bro. I don't know what he was doing. I don't think he was ready for a football match because of the gangster, Tanganga. People wonder, why is your Twitter name Tanganga? Because I said that man is a Don. Just wait. Just give him the chance. That man is a Don, and he absolutely pocketed. And it wasn't 140 million, David. It was 101 million in a sterling, bro. That's what it was, bro. That man had that in his pocket. He's a rich man now, bro. Tanganga. That's his name. Remember the name.
Marcelo, give yourself a bit more credit here. Marcelo, you've been having, how long has the Tangangsta username for Twitter been there? I mean, geez, like you've been calling it just so far ahead of time, and you just got to give yourself a bit more credit.
I've had that username since before he was even in the first team, bro. I said it. Get this guy, start playing. Get Bobo the Clown out. Get Doherty out. Everybody kept saying, but they got experience. They got experience. Experience of what, bro? Being shit, being garbage, fucking giving away goals season after season, bro. Tanganga is a Don, bro. He's gonna bleed for the badge. Okay, he's not the greatest at going forward, but that man will bleed for the badge, and I'll take that any day of the week, bro. That man, you side with Jack Grealish. He's not the same. He's not going to be the same for City as he was for Villa because his heart is not in it. Because Soulless FC just took his soul, bro. I'm telling you.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing, Marcelo, actually, with City. I swear, they do take the souls out of certain players. You know, you do have to sell your soul in order to go to City. But Marcelo, you know, how were you feeling going into the match? Was it just, you know, was it a free hit for you? You know, was it kind of a bit of nerves? You know, how were you going into the match?
No nerves, bro. I knew it. I told David, I'm not nervous at all. City can't beat us. They can't beat us at home. They haven't beat us at home. I said they're not allowed to. You know, they're not allowed to beat us. Football heritage, bro. This great club, real fans, real passionate fans that are there for the highs and lows. They're not allowed to beat us at our great ground. How dare that bald fraud, that bald Sam Allardyce, bro. That bald dude, that man, I'm telling you, Pep Guardiola is the biggest fraud in football history. Biggest fraud in football. You could put me as managers and put me with the teams he's had, and I will win trebles with you, bro. I will win trebles with those teams. That man, he's just another fraud, bro. But Nuno Espirito Santos, bro. That man came with a game plan. He came in firing on all cylinders. Did you see that, bro? Fucking Mr. Miyagi shit right there, bro. I'm telling you.
This, Marcelo, he's always doing this the whole game. He's always just, combing the beard. He's always just, philosophizing. It seems over there. And then maybe you can answer the super chat, Marcelo, from Ribsy85 here. Marcelo, I really want you to answer this. He says, what do you reckon they've been feeding Skip this offseason? Is it he seemed to have a baby face, but, he's built as hard as rocks. He's our midfield hard man, with his first kit put over it. Well played, he says.
the babyface assassin, bro. Don't mess with that boy, man. I'm telling you, bro. Whenever he gets that ball, he bullies people off that ball. That man is a brick house. What an amazing effort. I said, forget Ndombele. Forget that. Play skip. Play skip. You will get a 10 times a player if you play skip. And I said it last season. Mourinho, honestly, Mourinho should have listened to me. No, you might as well give me the contract right now, bro, because the things he's doing is stuff I've been saying years ago, man. Years ago. Get these deadwoods out. Play the young players. We have good young players. We have talent. We spend millions on this new academy. We have produced one of the greatest striker from our academy. He was free. By the way, people seem to forget that he was free. And I'm not saying Harry Kane. I'm talking about Dane Scarlett, bro. You think I'm talking about Harry Kane? I'm talking about Dane Scarlett, bro. He's going to be one of the greatest strikers in the world. I'm telling you. Mbappe, bro. But listen, where was Harry Kane? Where was he watching? Where was the announcement on the tweet, bro? Congratulations for the win. I don't think he announced it because he thought City was going to win. I think he had it ready, bro. But that man, where was he, bro? How dare he? If he was watching that and he still wants to go to City, ship him off, bro. Because you know what? You know what that showed me? There is a life without Harry Kane, bro. We looked electric. Those guys, that all 11 of them fought for the badge. And that's what it shows you, David. When you have 11 men fighting for the badge, sure, we might not win the league. We might not, win a lot, but you will have pride in watching the game. You will have a spirit. You will have hope. That's what we had under Pochettino. You need 11 men with 110% effort. I'll take that any day over anybody that's half-assing. I don't care what talent they have.
I still think it's a bit strong to say Kane's half-assing because, up until his last game, he gave everything for the badge. And I do think he continued to do so if he stays. Look, I agree with John. There is life without Harry Kane. Look, Tottenham was here long before Harry Kane. It'd be here long after Harry Kane. Harry Kane's only a number on the books. But what I will say is we do definitely need to get another attacking option. 100%. I think you'd agree with that, Marcelo.
No, absolutely. If we sign...
Yeah.
Listen, if we sell Harry Kane, we're gonna need another striker. Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. But look, honestly, with the pace we have, I want a pacey striker, bro. I want to see these count. I want to see that that electricity keep going, my man.
No, so do I. Look, I do think we need to have a pacey striker, but we also need a big striker because
absolutely
there is going to be games where you're not going to get away with a pacey striker. You're going to have to change it up, get balls into the box, get your big man on the end of it. But 100%, no, I fully agree with you. And just Ribsy, big up for your support, my man. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed Marcelo answering it for you, my man, giving it large. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But look, Marcelo, as soon as I seen the starting lineup yesterday, I called it, go straight at Nathan Ake and Hospital Mendy. The guy started the first few games every season and goes missing. It's exactly where we got the goal from. Unbelievable. But Marcelo, who do you think is the standout performer? Do you think Son deserves man of the match for the goal, or do you think Tanganga deserves man of the match?
Listen, bro, I love Son now, though. He's my favorite player, one of my favorite players of all time. I'm talking about all time, David. Yeah. But I gotta give credit to my Brazilian, bro, Lucas Moura, bro. What a player, man. Honestly, I thought he was a bald Ronaldinho, bro. I thought Ronaldinho shaved his head and played in the Spurs kit. Honestly, it gave me prime Ronaldinho vibes. The way he was just absolutely ripping through, man. He oh my goodness. I could not believe the counterattacks. Listen, Japhet Tanganga looked fantastic, but all the counterattacks started from Lucas. I mean, it was unbelievable how he was taking on all these players. And he was getting ugly, man. He was getting dirty, bro. You know what I mean? And he was getting on Jack Grealish. How dare Jack Grealish complain about someone diving, bro? He's the teacher himself, bro. Come on now, bro. Jack Grealish, you know what? He saw a real footballer. He got a little bit jealous. Like Harry Winks. Like Harry Winks. He wanted to smell that man smell. You wanted to smell that, that perfume. You want to see, what's this guy putting on because
Lucas, Marcelo. No hair gel you could smell on Lucas, I'll tell you that.
But he wanted to see that Brazilian perfume, that Brazilian aura, bro. And then, as soon as he smelled it, bro, he backed off. He couldn't face it, bro. Moura was absolutely underrated that night. What a player. That man looked great.
Marcelo, another player, another man I know you really love at Spurs. He's not a player, but I presume you've seen the video of Don Paratici getting involved.
Oh man, the Don himself. What did I say about this guy? What did I say about this guy?
He's getting Steve out of his seat. He's getting Steve out of his seat.
This man has transformed Steve Hitchin. This man has transformed Steve Hitchin. I honestly believe he can walk on water. Honestly, I think if he goes on water, he can walk on it. I truly believe so because I've never seen a man, you know what I mean? I've never seen Steve Hitchin get excited in his life. Usually the man hates his job. I don't know what he has done, bro, but he has absolutely transformed this club. And guess what? It is not finished yet, bro. There's still some players coming. Believe you me, we're going to have a good season today. I'm not going to go as far as you, David, to say we're going to win the league, but I will say this, bro. We're going to have a good season. I just want to be proud of watching my team play. For fuck's sakes, I haven't felt that feeling in a long time. When Sonny scored that goal and when we finished that game, I was absolutely buzzing, David. I went on a treadmill and I ran for 20 minutes. I swear to God, I could not get out. I couldn't even sleep. I was just too excited. I was sending you a WhatsApp. I was so pumped. That was electrifying. But like the fans said, it has to continue. One game is not enough. On to Portugal, on to Portuguese national team, and then, we'll go on after that.
How do you say it again, 100%. Marcelo? What's the team? Did I say it right? I'm saying Paços de Ferreira. How would you say it? Do you even know? I mean, you might not even know.
I think you said it perfectly. Paços de Ferreira. Yeah, I mean,
wow, there it is.
It sounds good, so we'll stick with it. But look, I do have 2 super chats to get to.
Absolutely.
I can't remember what I was going to say, but I'll come back to it. Dark Sun G21 says, how does it feel to not see Mr. Passion and Sissoko come off the bench as a sub? I was worried that would happen, but Nuno is smarter than Jose.
Big Dark. Yeah.
Listen,
Dark Sun G.
David, beginning of the season, what did I tell you? Beginning of the season, before Jose even started his second season with Spurs, you and I just starting the channel fresh, I told him he cannot play these dead players or else he will get sacked. He will get sacked. Didn't I say it? And guess what happened? He played the Deadwood and he got sacked. You got to play these young players. Got to put trust in them. I'm not saying play the whole under 23, but man, oh man, we have some good talent out there that are much better. I'm not saying Tanganga is the answer for right back. Yeah. We still need a right back. But for fuck's sakes, as long as Aurier and Doherty is here, I never want to see them play over Tanganga, bro. Tanganga has to start. And as long as Sissoko, Mr. fucking Passion, as long as they're here, Skip has to play 100%. Of course, if we get a Brozovic, if we get someone else that's world class, you kind of have to say, look, Skippy, this guy is just you're not there yet. Play them, okay. But bro, we're acting like we got a, last season we were acting like we got a world-class squad saying, oh, we can't replace Ben Davies. Bro, I can find a fucking 10 can that can replace Ben Davies, bro. Yeah. Just put him in the pitch. Just put a fucking trash bag on the pitch. It will do better. Honestly, you'll probably catch the ball better than fucking Ben Davies, bro. Legitimately.
The excuses some of these people make, Marcelo, for some of these Deadwood. Look, it's something that me and you, ever since we started, teaming up and streaming together, Marcelo, we've been harping on and on and on about these Deadwoods. And funny enough, Dyer played yesterday, okay, fair enough. But apart from that, none of them played. Look what we got. We got 11 men fighting for the team, fighting for the badge, fighting for the 3 points, all with one cause, one goal, and that's to beat City. And I'm absolutely delighted because I would have been fuming, especially with them chasing our striker, for us just to roll over to them yesterday. I would have been absolutely fuming. So the fact that we laid a bit of respect, put a bit of respect on our name is brilliant. And I remember what I was going to say just quickly. Look, I know it's one game. I fully believe it. Just be clear. I am bantering just because there's people out there that will say, oh, yeah, he believes we can win the league. I'm bantering when I say it. I am bantering when I say I believe we can win the league right now. But look, what I will say is it's just nice, and I don't care. I am going to get carried away because, to be honest with you, it's just nice to be able to have something to be proud of again.
Yeah,
have something fun to be proud of again instead of sitting there on social media defending them and arguing with other fans and them taking the piss out of you and stuff like that. It's nice to have something to be proud of again, and that's the main thing. And Dark Sun G, I hope you enjoyed the discussion off the back of your super chat, my man. I really, really do appreciate the support. And another one to get to, it's from Humphrey Aboege, and he says, I feel like Brazilian beans all of a sudden. Marcelo, what are Brazilian beans like, my man?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. They're just regular beans. But listen,
here's what I'll say. Maybe instead, have you ever had red beans and rice? That's a bit of kind of
Yeah.
I would say the red beans and rice. That I would say that would be the one. Humphrey. That's why I would go for it. And I know Marcelo is there, but maybe Marcelo. Maybe you can tell us about this. Maybe he's probably feeling like a bit of Brazilian steak. Because the Brazilians they know how to cook their meats. They know how to cook their meats. And maybe speaking of Skippy and Højbjerg. Marcelo, do you think Højbjerg was buying Skippy, a Brazilian steak last night?
Bro, no, from the way that team played, they all bought Brazilian steak and some, bro. They had steak and dessert, bro. And that dessert was Jack Grealish, that little model, bro. That little hair gel fraud, bro. How dare he? How dare he, bro, come in our great stadium, bro. He left. I hate Man City. And I hate any player that leaves Man City. Honestly, how do you leave a club like Villa and go to Man City? I will never understand. I would rather be a Villa legend. And I'm not even a Villa fan, but I'd rather be a Villa legend than a Man City legend, dude.
Yeah,
because
I mean, like I said to him.
You get no love from City fans. All you'll get is moon.
He's a traitor to his country. He's a traitor to his Irish blood. Marcelo, and he's a traitor to Birmingham.
Absolutely, bro. They're both they're all jokesters, bro. That all of Man City players are a bunch of traitors, mercenaries. They don't care about the club. All they care about is their paycheck. They care about the money that comes in, and they care about winning trophies with Pep Guardiola. When you talk about the club, they asked Jack Grealish, "Why did you join City?" He said, "Money." Club, the trophies. None of it was the club or the fans. Honestly, no. Let's be real here, right? Mark Goldbridge made a great point, and I don't often agree with that guy. I disagree with him, but he made a great point. You look at YouTube, you got Tottenham, you got Expressions, you got Weird Tottenham, you got these channels, like you, David, the Irish Hotspur, Matty Hayes. You go to United, they got that United TV. You go, Liverpool, they got Liverpool TV. You go almost even West Ham. Even West Ham have their own fan channel, bro. West Ham are 10 pop, bro. My fucking pod has more history than West Ham. You know what I mean? But you go to City, I can't even. You have to go to advanced search to even find a fan that has a channel with them, bro. Honestly, I don't know any of them. They're all a bunch of plastics. They only cheer for the club because, it wins trophies. Imagine that being the reason why you cheer for the club, because it wins trophies, bro. I cheer for Tottenham because I love Tottenham.
Imagine being a football club, Marcelo, that spends 100 million a year, and Ricky Hatton and Oasis will always be the main exports from the blue side of Manchester.
Exactly, bro. It's a joke, bro. Ricky Hatton is bigger than their own club, bro. It's a joke.
They don't even know how to respect their own legends. Aguero. Look at the send off Aguero got. Their best ever player from Pep.
They don't know how. They don't know how.
They don't even know what legends are.
Jack. They don't know how. They never seen an atmosphere, bro. That's why I'm saying they're not allowed to win at the Spurnabout, bro. When they saw those fans ringing, they saw the coys. They saw the Tottenham chants, the Yid Army, bro. When they saw them, they got shook by their boots, bro. I'm telling you, Jack Grealish never looked more like a fraud in my life. Kevin De Bruyne, Kevin De Who, bro. You know what I mean? That man went missing. I thought he went, Home Alone, bro. Fucking Macaulay Culkin style, bro. He went missing, forgotten, bro. But honestly, that team is a joke. I'm glad we spanked them. I'm glad we did our ceremony victory over them. 3 points to the Tottenham. Excited for the new season. Nuno Espirito Santos is bringing the spirit back to Tottenham. It's fitting, bro.
Back, lad. Nuno's bringing sexy back.
Exactly, bro. He's bringing some style back to Tottenham, bro.
He's bringing the sexy back to Tottenham. But quickly, big up Humphrey. Really big up Humphrey about Abogoy. I think David really said it perfectly there. So I'm going to let, David, the way he said it, Humphrey, let us know if we're saying it wrong. But really, we really do appreciate the support and as well. Really do appreciate it. But I was going to get to that. Yeah, David, I was going to say, he's calling you out, Marcelo. Alex is in the building. What do you think?
I don't know what he's talking about playing FIFA, bro. We won the game, Alex. You might have not watching it because you got sad that we won a game finally, and you got sad your favorite player, Ben Davies didn't play, and your favorite player Harry Winks didn't play. I'm sorry to break it to you, bro, but guess what? We got a new era. And when Winks leaves, you go along with them, bro. Because I ain't waffling nothing. This is a new era at Tottenham. It starts now, and we're seeing finally Nuno playing the young players. You got Brian Hill. You got Romero. We haven't even seen Romero. We say, oh, we played City's B team, but guess what? We didn't even have our best defender or a striker, our best player. You know what I mean, bro? And their B team, as far as I'm concerned, makes top 4 any day of the week.
Right.
Their B team costs more than our main team. So guess what? I don't even care. We absolutely spanked them. We gave Pep another wedgie ever since he called us the Harry Kane club. So now though he took that personal, bro. He took that personal. He said, you know what, Pep, remember my name. And guess what? There's a new star at the lane, and that is Heung-min Son, bro, the Korean king, the Asian sensation, Heung-min Messi, bro. He's coming with a vengeance, and he's gonna have his best season ever. He's gonna show to them we don't need Harry Kane, we don't need these players. We got heart and passion, bro. We need love. We need that. We need that pride, bro. And he's gonna bring it to Spurs. He's gonna bring that trophy we need from Spurs, bro. Because you know what? It's not about Sonaldo. To him, it's not about Sonaldo. It's about Spurs. He's shown that he loved this club. In my opinion, with Harry Kane, the situation right now, he makes it too much of himself. He thinks he's a protagonist. You're not a protagonist. This is not just about you. It's about your team, bro. It's about your team.
Definitely. Marcelo, quickly, in terms of, the regeneration that Nuno is putting, and bringing the sexy back, as he said, is there anybody he's going to, bring that back to, in particular? Would you go as far to say Dele? Is it going to be Tanguy? Is it going to be Stevie B? Who is it that?
No. Steve, listen. Look, my opinions on Stevie B still stand. He couldn't finish a sandwich, let alone, a chance. I mean, come on now, man. Come on now, man. Like, I don't want to sound negative, but that should have been 2-0. What better of a chance you're going to get? Literally, against a big game. And, it's a crucial chance. Because, if this is a Liverpool, this is, a Chelsea, you got to finish those chances. You can't just miss those. You got to eat those up, bro. Yeah, he got pace, bro, but what's good at pace if you just put your head down and you shoot to the bleachers? There's no point, no quality. You gotta have a, Ederson was off his line. My goodness, I probably could have finished that. I've seen better finishing skills for myself, bro. It's ridiculous. Like, come on now. Like, Stevie B, my point still stands. He's a hard worker. I'm glad he's working hard, but come on now, man.
Marcelo, maybe give him a bit of finishing advice, just quickly. I know I keep asking you a bunch of these questions. I'll let David in maybe for the last big question, but quickly, what do you think? Is he doing it? What's he doing wrong? Maybe is he taking too long? Is he not making his mind up early when it comes to finishing? Is he just not?
He's just not a confidence player. He doesn't have confidence. Don't forget. Oh, he lost his confidence. I agree with David. He never had his confidence, bro. He, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, he scored that amazing goal against City. But then what? Okay, he scored like a tap in that I could, score, my eyes closed against Wolves. And, he scored, a decent goal against United. And then after that, he went missing and then he scored one goal against Villa. That's basically it, bro. That's all he's done. He's never been a goal scorer. And he's not a great dribbler either. He waits for the ball all the time to get on his feet. You notice when he was looking for that pass from Mora, he was just standing there. Waiting for the pass. You can't stay stationary. You got to look for the ball, like Son. He's always looking for runs. He's always looking to break the defense down. He's always looking to stretch out players, when the fullbacks or the center backs, he's looking to create things.
Yeah. Stevie
B just stands still. And then when he gets the ball, he just puts his head down and he just run into players. You know what I mean? I can do that, bro.
I look at it from last season, right? And I look at it into this season. What has he really learned? At the end of the day, look, we all say, yeah, he works incredibly hard. This guy's not paid. This guy's not paid to work incredibly hard. That's a minimum. That's a minimum requirement from any professional athlete. He's actually paid for assists and goals. And look, that missed yesterday. He just hasn't learned his lesson. Look, I know he scored at the back end against Aston Villa, and everyone was saying, "Oh, this is what Stevie B can do." But I'm not having a player that can do it once every 25 games. It's not why you buy a right winger. And for me, look, I just don't see the progression. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either.
David, I mean, Marcelo worked 60 hours a week practically, to work, to work hard, like you said, to work fucking hard, like you said. I mean, if we're saying that for somebody who's being paid 80 grand a week, I mean, geez, like what a nice low bar.
David, Jack, showing up is the minimum. I show up to work. That's the minimum, but I got to show up and do the job well. You know what I mean? I got to do my things well. I got to do it fast. I got to do it quick. I got to, get things done. I got to look after people, all the time. Like Stevie B, yeah, sure, he works hard, but he's got to, listen, he just doesn't have that finesse that a striker, like, so now though, as soon as he passed that, stupid looking haired Ake, bro, soon as he passed him, and I just knew, bro, it was going to be a bullet, and he just sent it. I mean, look at that curve. It was just a brilliant strike. That is magic, and unfortunately, we could have used that magic a little bit from Ndombele, but bro, like what the fuck is on with this guy? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, he gets paid how much money a week, and he's not even fit. Like, I'm sorry, that is the ultimate disrespect. He's been here 3 years. You cannot make an excuse anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, David, you and I keep talking about this. Stop making excuses for these players. Get on with it. We said get on with Doherty. Get on with Ore. They're shit. They've been shit for 3 years. They're not going to change.
Look, and the thing is, I know it's one game, but Marcelo, in a way, we've been proven right about these Deadwood. Look at the performance we got yesterday when there was fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Look, we've been saying it all along about players like Sissoko, Winks, Davies. We have included Dyer, but in fairness, he's turned it around. And but there's been other players. We've even got Ndombeles back before he was sold. That these players, they're just not good enough, and we're not going to get to the level we need to get to or where we aspire to be with these players. And I know it's only one game, but look what happened yesterday. Not barely any of them in and around the squad. Look at the performance that was put in.
And he has the least of excuse. Look at Ellie, bro. We get on Ellie's back, but look how fit that man looked. That man looked fit. Yeah. And he's been training with Ndombele the same amount of time. Him and Ndombele were training at the same amount of time. They didn't go to the Euros. They were training back to back. And look how fit Ellie looked. Yeah. That, like his fitness level looked like prime Poch. He was running all around the pitch. He was looking for the ball. I was impressed with Ellie. I'm not even going to lie. Sure, there was moments.
It's hard to say that, right, Marcelo?
Yeah.
It's hard to say that.
Sure, there was moments where I wish, he let go of the ball a little bit sooner. He was a little bit, quicker, better with his touch.
Solid, right?
But he tracked back. He worked hard. He got the ball back. And you know what? He started out some decent counters. Him and Lucas. I thought he stole the ball all the time. And listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I love that 2-footer he tried at the end of the game. You know what I mean? That's a type of passion you want from a player. Just 2-foot the fucker. Forget about fucking, let me try to steal the ball nicely. No. Just fucking 2-foot him. Put it right in his fucking ankle. Put him down. Let him know who's boss. Just like Tanganga. He started out that game perfectly, bro. That's the best way. Oh my goodness. I got goosebumps when he just brought Grealish down and just kicked him in the head. And then, he picked him up. The best part that everybody missed is how he picked him up. He said, yep. Give him a little tap. That's who's daddy. You know what I mean? You give him a little tap in the back. You're like, yep. That's what's going to happen all game. You pass me, I am going to absolutely drill you. That's what you got to do. That's the mentality you got to have, bro. No Mr. fucking nice guy. What City was trying to do wasn't nice, beating us at a home stadium, trying to steal our home, our home player, one of our own, try to win the league, trying to ruin our hopes and chances. What they're doing is not nice, bro. So you know what? Don't be nice to them. When you see them.
I was saying this yesterday, Marcelo. I was saying this yesterday. Like, the thing is, I couldn't give a shit. I'll be honest with you. Sportsmanship only goes so far with me. But at the end of the day, the best sportsmen know the dark arts, and that's why they win. And at the end of the day, we're trying to, look, my point is on it, right? I've seen some people say about Dele Alli, oh, that's not on, that's sick, that's disgusting, this, that, and the other, right? Now, in the 3-3 against West Ham last season, that last goal that went in, we all sat there and said after it, We should have absolutely two-footed him, clattered him. We don't care what he does. Take him out. He failed to do it. But now when Dele Alli does try to do something like that, we're sitting here, like some fans are sitting there going, oh, well, it's despicable, it's horrible, all this sort of crap. I couldn't give a fuck. We're 1-0 up trying to protect the lead. I couldn't care. Clothesline two of them if you want. I really could not give a flying shit. Get me the 3 points. And that's what I want to see.
Look, man, absolutely, David. You took the words out of my mouth. We want to see fighters in this team.
Yeah.
And, I'm sick and tired of just teams just running at us. Even under Mourinho, all they would do, man, they wouldn't even dribble. They just run at us. And all we would do, back up, beep, 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 back up FC, bro. And just let them run. And I'm like, is anybody going to go for a tackle? Hello? Yeah. Like, anybody going to, have some balls, show some cojones, care about the game? Come on, someone step up. Yeah. Everybody stepped up. And guess what? Someone went to a tackle and they missed a tackle. There was another player there. I got to big up Davinson Sanchez. It's the only thing Alex has gotten right so far is rating Davinson Sanchez. Because I got to say, he's come in with a newfound confidence. And that's what I hope Nuno can bring to this team. Bring some relaxation to this team. Bring some, more confidence to this team. Where, listen, you can make a mistake, but bounce back. Bounce back. Just you make a mistake, but bounce back. And that's what we saw. We made mistakes in that game. But we didn't just sit there and be like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, we went after.
The first 15 minutes was brutal. After that, world class.
World class, make a mistake, but bounce back. And that's something we under Mourinho, where I just felt like he was just a little bit too harsh. Like, for example, that Stoke game, or was it Stoke against an Elite Cup, quarterfinal, where Dele Alli got into the game and he lost one ball and it led to the counter. And just because of that, Mourinho said, you know what? He didn't have a good game. And, he should have passed the ball, and I'm going to bench him. Like, come on now. Players are going to make mistakes like that. Yeah. Harry Kane makes mistakes. Ronaldo makes mistakes. The best out there makes mistakes. But when you give them that fear that if you make one mistake, even if it's a minimal mistake, you're out. I don't know. It brings the morale down. It doesn't allow to play. Like, we look more comfortable when we have the ball. Under Mourinho, we look like, all the time, like we want to, shoot long. For fuck's sakes, I'll see Davinson Sanchez make through passes. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was literally like, what is going on? I'm seeing Davinson Sanchez pass a ball. I never thought I'll see this. Eric Dyer, listen, he had a good game. He had a decent game. He Spurs through and through. He's not good enough, though. Like, don't get it twisted. He's not good enough. He still was doing his long passes. He every time he got the ball, he still looked a little bit shaky. Yeah. He's a tall player. He's a big player, and he can get his body out there. But that's all he's good for. Just getting his body out there, and just, trying to block a shot. Yeah. He's just not good enough. We need Romero, and we need another center back. Honestly, we do. And I think we get that, and we get a striker and a right back, and like Tomiyasu. We have a great season. I think we're going to have a great season.
I do too. But look, Marcelo, absolutely great call, man. Look, we gave you what you wanted. You wanted to be let off the leash. We give it to you. I've loved the passion. Everybody else in the chat has absolutely loved it as well.
Marcelo, Marcelo, it was just the chat just absolutely doubled in size. The moment that you came on, it's just you brought the adrenaline back. You're like Phillip. In the beginning, has brought the same energy in a way. Just bringing that energy back, bringing that
confidence. It's the arrogance. I love seeing it back in the fan base. I love it. Honestly, I absolutely love it because I'm one of these players. When my team win, I'm unbearable.
Yeah.
When my team lose, I'll go hiding. You know what I mean?
You have to. Listen. Like believing that you get a top 4. Yeah, sure. You can be like negative Nancy, Mr. Alex, where it's just like, oh, here we go. We're gonna have another shit season. We're gonna, I want Ben Davies to play. I want Harry Winks to come on, and all that. You can have that mentality where, it's like, oh, here we go, same Tottenham. We're gonna just lose, or just get pumped for the game. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. Enjoy the moment, guys. Like, for fuck's sakes, you can enjoy the moment as of right now. Could this all blow in our face and we have a shit season afterwards? Very well, possibly. You know what I mean? It has happened to me many times.
At least I get to enjoy this moment. That's what it's about. Live in the moment.
Living in the now, bro, because guess what? when we're shit, we're not gonna be able to have that banter moment where we can talk shit about City. And what about the scum? Can't even beat Brentford, bro. The scum can't even beat Brentford, bro. Nothing makes my weekend more than seeing those scum, that dirt at North London lose and we win at the same weekend. Nothing makes me happier because guess what? I can see you guys talk about Spurs, bigging it up, and then I can watch AFTV. I can see Tottenham fans and Cloud9. I can see the Gooners in absolute distress, bro. At Doom. Nothing is better than that, bro. So you know what? Just enjoy the moment, Spurs fans, and enjoy this moment. We beat the reigning champions in the opening game. Nothing better than that. There's no better opening than that.
100%. And just quickly before we let you go, Marcelo, Darsong G21 says, Marcelo, are you going to be on the watch along in September for the watch alongs against Chelsea and the Gooners?
So yeah, I listen. I was supposed to work for Arsenal, but I got that day off. I told you I don't miss North London derbies. I never do, and I never will. Man. So, I got that day off, and I will be watching the Tottenham game. I don't know about the Chelsea game. I'll have to look and see. But as far as the Arsenal game, 110%. I'll break my leg if I have to. I don't miss North London derbies. Woolwich FC, bro. Nothing more than spanking them. It's just such a wonderful feeling seeing their club at distress. You know what I mean? They try to sign Ramsdale. Ramsdale doesn't even want to come to their team for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? They're such a shit club, aren't they? I love it. I love it.
But look, Marcelo, thanks very much, my man. And look, we'll be in contact and we'll see you again soon.
Legendary. That was honestly.
Let's go. Come on, you Spurs, and have faith. Come on. Bye-bye.
Come on, you Spurs.
Big up, Marcelo.
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it. And guys, if you don't believe this guy loves the North London derby, please get out and check out the fan show after the last friendly when Marcelo made his entrance.
It gives me butterflies.
It was absolutely brilliant. Just before we bring on the Queen herself, we're going from one legend straight to another. We'll just take Brad Matthews' super chat. He says, Renaissance player, maybe Sanchez. Good shout. I was shouting, well done, moon boots yesterday. I love it. Every day he's going to be sitting there in the dressing room. Why do y'all call him the moon boots? He doesn't know that he has an unknown man from Ireland to thank for it. It's the way the nicknames are spreading around like wildfire. And he says, great guest on tonight. It's going to be a late one. Come on, you Spurs. It's already 10 past 12 here, man. We're already going into late territory. But look, I love this. I'll be honest with you. I love meeting all the fans, all the followers.
The fans are legendary.
Honestly, you guys are what keep me going. I absolutely love it. I love every minute of this. My man, Brad, thanks for the support, man. And I really, really, really do appreciate it, lad. You're top notch. You're top notch. Everybody else, feel free to get your support in for the channel, your super chats. Make sure you do smash the like on the stream, please. That's very, very important. Dropping a like on it and a subscribe on the channel if you're new. That'd be an awesome help as well, guys. But look, let's bring on the next guest. We have two guests left. We have the Queen herself, and after that, we have the King of New Zealand, and that's the man Shamu. So look, let's get on. Ellie. Ellie,
woo! Come on, you Spurs! Woo! I'm so happy to be on.
Oh, it's a great win yesterday, Ellie.
Brilliant performance. The best performance I've ever seen us put in. Honestly, I've been watching Spurs a long time, and that was fabulous from number 1 to number 11.
And maybe,
brilliant.
Ellie, speaking of that number 1 to number 11, I mean, you honestly, as being, part of the Spurs blood yourself, maybe seeing the likes of, Tanganga and Skippy, people also, kind of share a bit of that, that blood bond with Spurs. What was it like? Who was your man of the match? I know it was a team performance, but who was your man of the match?
You know what? I'll give it to Lucas.
Wow,
he was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah. Oh my God, the Brazilian king he was.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so brilliant. He was like everywhere. He was like a man on heat, weren't he? He was like dashing through, doing brilliant passes. They were chopping him down. They couldn't live with him, could they? They couldn't live with him.
Ellie, my theory is that he sees it in slow motion. It seems like the way he goes at players. How do you think, he skins past so many players at once? Like, how do you think he does it?
Because he's got a low sense of gravity, isn't he? Like a little bit like Messi. Yeah. He's got that Brazilian skill as well. He's always He's always looking forward. He never goes for a back pass, Lucas. He's always on the front foot. I love him.
You're right.
Brilliant.
You're actually right. He never looks backwards. You're right. He never looks backwards. It's really brave, actually.
He's a very brave player, strong as well for a little guy, and he can jump. He can jump higher than bloody Harry Kane. Woof! He goes high. Woof! I've got my champers,
Superhuman.
boys. I've got my champers.
Very nice. Very nice. You're in for a late night, so
Yeah.
Ellie, people here just want to say hi to you.
Yes.
DMT 1985 says big up Ellie. We have Zoe. She says big up Ellie. David, and it's not me, it's another one. It's my long lost brother.
Big up,
He
David.
says hi Ellie. Marcelo, he says big up Ellie. Everyone, DMT saying you're a legend. And
Thank you.
Says Ellie has a heart of gold.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, heart of gold here by James as well. Look, loads of people, they're absolutely loving you. Guys, she does have a Spurs story out as well, so make sure you do get over and check out that. Make sure you do.
Oh,
Ellie,
legendary, yeah.
How great was it to see the fans back in the stadium yesterday?
So good.
1 second, guys. I just need to go to the Jacks.
It's so good. Like
So good to see them back.
I've got my bling on today. Look, I've got my bling on my shoulders. I've got my bling on my ringer. I'm celebrating bling style for the Spurs. Come on.
Come on.
We were
Ellie.
so brilliant. We were so brilliant. I love it. I love when
Ellie,
we play with passion.
Right. Now, Ellie, I know you were touching on Lucas Moura. You know, maybe you go a bit further into him. I know maybe the hubby, is already, fast asleep, so maybe he's not hearing this. But, did you maybe possibly become a more sexual, like a lot of us over the weekend?
Yeah, sexy football, man. Sexy football on the pitch, It gets you in the mood, doesn't it? I'll keep it clean though, because I'm a lady.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got my Sonny cup. Look, come on, you Sonny. Come on, you Sonny.
That's the new contract mug. That's the new contract mug right there.
What a player. What a goal. What a goal. I couldn't believe I was at my cousin's restaurant pub in Nazin.
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed to plug it, am I? Right?
Yeah, plug it, work it.
I can.
Go
It's
right
called
ahead,
the King Harold's Head in Nazin. What a beautiful pub restaurant, right? And we were all celebrating with my family, and we had it on he didn't have it on the big screen because he had it outside, so we didn't want to go outside because we wanted to stay inside for the atmosphere, because all the Spurs fans are inside, standing up, drinking their beers, drinking their champagne at the end. We were celebrating. It was so good. When that goal went in, the roar in the restaurant, it's fabulous. It's like being at the game, but away from the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's good. It's always good to have a home away from the real home, isn't it, Ellie? Somewhere where you can go and enjoy the game.
I wanted to go to the match, but obviously the family took precedence, and we're all Spurs fans. We're all together, so it's like part of the family. We're celebrating the match and the win.
So what's the name of the restaurant, Ellie? What's the name of the restaurant?
Called the King Harold's Head in Nazin. Pub restaurant.
The King's Carol's Head.
King Harold.
King Harold, David.
King Harold Head. King Harold's Head in Nazing. Everybody get over and check it out. It is the home away from home for Tottenham fans. If you can't get to the game and you want a good atmosphere, make sure you get over to the King Harold's Head and get down there and have a good place. And that's where you meet the fantastic Ellie.
Just say you know Ellie.
Just so you know the Ellie.
So you know Ellie, you get a free beer. Or
yeah, just don't say that. Don't say that. You'd be drunk out of house and home and he'd be blaming you.
No, he's a generous lad. He's got a few dollars in his pocket as well, Jack. I better drink some more champagne to that, innit?
No, definitely, Ellie. I know you're waiting.
Oh, it's a nice champagne. I love champagne. Yeah, I love champagne, especially after a Spurs victory. It tastes better.
Certainly does. I definitely agree with that. But Ellie, were you going into the game? Let me tap into the emotions. Were you feeling a bit nervous? Were you feeling a bit excited? What were your emotions maybe going into the game? Can you tap into that?
Yeah, I was actually confident because I looked at our lineup. Apart from Diane Sanchez, I thought we're quite solid. But they played out of their skin as well. And then Tanganga, he's like Ledley King with Duracell batteries, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's brilliant. What I would have given it to Tanganga.
Yeah.
But I just thought Lucas edged it because of his dynamic forward runs and his dribbling. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was crucial on the counter yesterday. He was absolutely
brilliant. And another thing I wanted to say, our pressing.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've never seen us unite as a team like that and press as a team. Every player, every single player, even Dele shocked me. I thought, what's he do? He's actually pressing all the time. He wasn't just once or twice. Brilliant. Team effort, you can't fault it.
No, you can't. Honestly, it was great to see the effort and that. But it just goes to show how starved we've been for the last 2 years with players who don't care. The fact that, we're getting overjoyed by seeing people put in effort. It kind of does show how that we have how bad it's got over the last couple of years. We do have a couple of comments here, Ellie. Brad Matthews says, Ellie, I used to live in Huddeston. Huddeston. Huddeston and Sonazin, I remember as a kid. And DMT 1985 says, King Harold's lol. I went there as an 18-year-old. So a few people already know the pub. It seems to be
it's a popular one.
Watering hole anyway.
My cousin Jack is Yagulmi in Greek. Yagulmi. So you're Yagulmi in Greek, Jack.
Yagulmi. That's what I'm going to start calling them from that one, Ellie. I'm going to start calling him Yagulmi.
Call him Yagulmi. Yagulmi, the American kingpin.
That sounds a lot more intimidating. I feel like that makes me sound a lot more intimidating, Ellie. A bit tougher, a bit like, kind of gives me a bit of Højbjerg, to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of Højbjerg, it's a great segment to get into next. Look, we know Ellie loves a bit about Højbjerg. What do you think of his performance yesterday?
You can't stop me when you mentioned Højbjerg. I could talk to the cows come home. Anyway, Højbjerg was just his normal self, but he was directing even more. You see, he's like the director, isn't he? He tells everybody where to go with his hands. He goes, you go there, I'll take him, you take him. He's fantastic. What a player. What a player.
Do you think Skippy is the right partner for him?
Yes. Didn't I say that? I think
you did plenty of times, but what do you think that Skippy provides that makes Højbjerg's job easier? Because, Ellie, I don't know if you saw, but Højbjerg got in the box a few times.
Yes, he did. So he got forward because he knew he could rely on Skip, right? When he's with Ndombele, he knows Ndombele's not going to work his butt off, is he? He's got that Ndomberger's butt. But they are working on Ndombele. Yes, he's
got 2 burgers for buns. He's got 2 burgers for buns.
But they're working on him, and he's lost weight. You wait till you see him, right? Because I saw him at the Spurs training game. I wasn't allowed to go and watch the training, but I was there. And he has lost weight. He's lost weight.
Interesting. His face even looks a bit thinner and everything.
They're working on him.
Good to know, Ellie. Maybe, Ellie, don't disregard what I sent earlier, then in the private chat, don't even pay attention to it then, because it's good to know. Maybe a bit of insight maybe to the Harris Army there from Ellie. Everybody, Tanguy is, confirmed to be looking a lot slimmer.
Yeah, he is.
Ellie, do you mind if I get Shamu to come on with you?
Yes, please.
He's in a bit of a rush as well, so are you sure you don't mind?
I'll share it with Shamu. Of course I will.
Very too kind of you. Very too kind of you.
Whoa.
Woo!
You're loving life, Shamu?
Yep, I think Pep's going to be struggling with South Korean stress disorder. Forget post-traumatic stress disorder. He's going to be having nightmares.
Yeah.
Before he goes to bed, Son will be going like this to him.
I'm sure Daddy Annie walks into the house when he's dating the daughter and he does that to him to greet him.
I got the spray and wipe for Pep's head as well. Got it ready for him.
Is that for the head there? Is that to shine the head a little bit? A bit of
Yeah. I think it needs to shine. Nuno needs to teach him how it's done. He's got the full beard complement to go with it. So he kind of needs to shine up the beard. Get it already.
Shamu, speaking of maybe Nuno, two-part question here. What's it like to maybe have, the manager with the best, beard in the Premier League? And then speaking of that, what's it like to, be able to finally, smack bald Bradiola, right? And honestly, the big shiny bald head that you were describing earlier.
It's becoming a kind of a normal thing now. We always seem to beat Pep. He struggles against us all the time now. It's quite funny. And as for the beard thing, I always like a bit of Sean Dyche beard. I like the doggedness, the bulldogness. I'm Sean Dyche. I like it. Reminds me of a little dog. So Nuno versus Sean Dyche would be a good one.
Nuno's is more of a
like a Great Dane versus a Pitbull or something.
Yeah.
So, Shamu, obviously, you were listening to what Ellie was saying there about the performance in that yesterday. What's your thoughts?
I think the crowd played a massive part in that. When you've got, that's the 12th man. When you've got that behind you, that only pushes them on more. If we can continue that on, then our ground can be a fortress. And like Tanganga, he said he almost cried when he was walking around the back there, and that just shows that meant something to him. And that's only going to push him on further to want to do better and not go to Turkey.
100%, 100%, lad. And Ellie, would you Shamu there? That the crowd had a massive part to play.
Oh my God, it was like electric, wasn't it? From start to finish. The crowd were our 12th man. They were like brilliant. And the passion. And when they panned in on the fans, they were all smiling. Even like when City had the ball, we were like cheering us on. And when we made that tackle, we made loads and loads of tackles. Skip, Højbjerg, Dyer, Sanchez, all working as a team. I loved it. And the fans, you could feel the heat coming out. Even when I was at the pub restaurant, I could feel the heat from the crowd coming out the TV. Brilliant. Electric fire. Electric.
That's awesome to hear, Ellie. That's fantastic to hear.
Brilliant.
100%. And new commenter here, never seen them before, says, I think we at least, I don't know the name, I'm sorry, says, I think we at least need to bring one proven striker in ASAP and so lighten the burden for Son. Couldn't agree more. Get your name in the chat. Put your name in the chat there, guys. Put your name in the chat. About the 12th man, look, with the fans, it was brilliant. It was emotional. Hearing them in full voice yesterday. It was absolutely quality. Look, guys, we'll get on to speaking a bit about Tanganga, and we'll start with Ellie this one and go on to Shamu. Ellie, Jaffa Tanganga's performance yesterday.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. What a player. He's like Ledley King, I said. He's like Ledley King, and he reads he reads the game so well. And when he tackles, he tackles with a purpose. He doesn't go in too hard to the player so that he actually gives a foul away. So he does just enough strength to win the ball and not get a yellow card. Very clever player. Yeah, and he stands off and then he knows when to close down. You watch him closely. He stands off, and then when they're nearing the goal, he presses right at the right time. He's a very intelligent boy. Very intelligent. And I'm sure Ledley's helping him. I'm sure he's coaching him. Definitely.
That's a great
point. He plays
Danny.
like him. Yeah.
No, it's a great point.
Shamu, your thoughts of Tanganga? What do you think? Was he as immense as everybody is saying? Was he even your man of the match, Shamu, or is it?
I reckon he was close to man of the match. Lucas probably was man of the match, but Tanganga definitely close second. You can't look past him, and Skip is close second. I like those two though. They look great. Yeah. That tackle at the end. Oh yeah, I love some of that.
Oh yeah,
I love that tackle at the end from Skip. That was awesome.
Maybe Shamu.
That's something that Winks will never do. If anything, he'll jump over the ball and miss the man and the ball, and he just go sliding down the changing room.
Shamu, I know you like a big, Shamu, what would you rate maybe that, tackle that Skippy put at the end of the game? Is that maybe what, we would maybe consider a 619, kind of tackle at the end there?
Yeah, it was almost like a backbreaker kind of thing, the way he kind of slammed him into the ground and boom, it was almost like a submission move almost.
So definitely a submission tackle for sure.
Yeah, like a toe hold or something, and then when he pulled him to the ground, he He just kicked and stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, Shamu, who's the man under Nuno that's going to be receiving the renaissance? That we've been asking a lot of people. Who's going to be the man under Nuno that's going to have a regeneration of their form? Who's it?
It's got to be Tanganga, even though he's looked good. Tanganga, right out the back. He's looked epic, even though it's just one game and we shouldn't get too hyped about it. I reckon after about a month, after the Arsenal game, we'll have a sort of an idea of how we're going to look for the season, because that's the hard part. After that, I think we'll see where we are. So what's that? Palace and then 2 more. So if we say have 9 points after all of those, or the double digits, we're in a good position.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. Ellie, same to you. Who would be your Renaissance player?
I think Skip. I like Skip. Yeah, he's fantastic. And what I like about him, he's very calm, cool, calm and collected. He doesn't get flustered. He knows when to tackle. He's tougher than people think.
Right.
Because he's a small lad, right? But he's tough. And he's hungry for the ball. And he's a Spurs boy, so he goes in with a purpose, with his heart. Yeah. And he wins the ball clean, without even giving a foul away, hardly ever. Because like I said, he's very efficient, right? You need players like that. You don't always need the creatives. You obviously need them, but you don't need always creative midfield. You need a player like him, and Højbjerg complements him, or he complements Højbjerg, because they're similar players. But I think Skip, he complements him even more than Ndombele. So I think maybe if we play, when Ndombele comes back into the team, because he will get his chance, we should play Ndombele more forward, not a defence. He can't do defensive midfield. Yeah. He's not cut out for it. He's cut out to create. He's a creator and he's a skillful player. So we need him more higher up the pitch so he can affect the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. No, 100%. I couldn't agree more with you. Guys, look, moving off from the City game, maybe looking forward to the we'll actually go on to the Ndombele situation. I'll get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And we'll start with Shamu and go back to Ellie on this one. And he hasn't been registered in the Europa Conference League. Shamu, do you think it's a case of Nuno holding him back, or do you think it's a case of his Tottenham's career is over?
Who's that, Kane? Or there's a plane going over?
No, Nuno. Kane was registered for the Europa Conference League.
Yeah, good.
Ndombele.
Oh, right. Is he in there, did you say?
He's not in there.
No, he didn't.
Oh, right.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you think maybe
not fit enough
back, or do you think he's done?
He's not fit enough. Not fit enough. He's had 3. This is 3rd season now, and it's still not fit. That's player mentality, As a professional athlete, it shouldn't be hard to get fit. That's obviously the mental block there, stopping him from getting fit, because he's got the talent and the ability. Anyone can get fit if they want, especially when he's got all the people and all the facilities around him to get fit. He still can't get fit. So I don't get that.
Do you think though maybe the omission from the Europa Conference League is Nuno holding him back, or do you think his time at Tottenham, his career at Tottenham is finished?
I hope for his sake that he's just holding him back so we have more cover in the league games and the cup games and stuff, so we're not stretched for Europa Conference League if we get so far into the competition. We at least have someone in reserve who's got at least a little bit of talent if he can find it under all those rappers.
Yeah, 100%. And Ellie, same to you. Look, do you think his career is over? Or do you think Nuno's holding him back?
Who are you talking about?
We're talking about Tanguy. Tanguy's been left out. He's been left out of the Europa Conference League squad.
I agree to disagree, because I like Tanguy. Honestly, we've got a player there, right? Yeah. We've just got to get him fit, and they are working on his fitness, because you've seen the training where they're working on his stamina, they're working on his psyche as well, because part of football is having the right mentality.
Oh yeah,
and going into the match with confidence, because the boy has got talent. Yeah. It's undoubted talent. It's just the fitness is not there. So if you can get that part right, it'll all gel together. and we're going to get one hell of a player. But we've got to give him this last year. If he doesn't pull his weight, we've got to ship him out, because however talented he is, we can't carry him. We can't carry him. And Højbjerg, he's not gonna want Tanganga just lazing about. You've got to pull your weight. But like I said, if he plays more forward and he does less of press, he can still do the press because he's got the physicality, but less of it, and then concentrate on the skillful part of his game, because he's got the skill. You can see the boy's got the skill. He has. Yeah. So he's worth investing in.
Do you know what? This is why it's a hard one for me. I don't really know what to do with the fucker anymore, because like I keep saying, you know, managers seeing results, and like there's no excuse for him so far, in my opinion, right now, because he didn't have the Euros. He's started off the same footing as Winks and Dele Alli had, and he hasn't appeared any of preseason, which is worrying. Look, he's just one of the players. You just don't know what to do with the fucker.
I think Dele's squeezed in.
Send him to a psychiatrist, to a salad buffet, or I mean, you just don't know what to do with the guy. You just don't know what to do with him. It's a hard one.
He can come round my house and I can give him Greek salads every day.
Look, I'm sure they're not tasty. That he end up bulking up off the salad,
I won't give him no burgers, just Greek salad only.
No,
some
100%.
Water.
100%. And look, guys, as well. What squad do you think we're going to see on Thursday night? Do you think maybe Nuno will go with a strong first 11 to kind of get it done over in one tie, or do you think maybe we'll see a mixture of players? And we'll start with Ellie and go back to Shamil.
I think we'll see a mixture of players, and I think he'll give Dane Scarlett a chance. Yeah. Because the boy's got talent, and I think Noel John the feature, and that big guy, that big 6'6" guy, Cisse, is it? Is it Cisse? Is that his name?
For who?
The big 6'6" guy.
Yeah, that big, large left back that we had.
I
think it was.
Oh, yeah, against Leighton Orient. Cisse, is it? Yeah. I think he should start, because the boy he's got talent. And I think the youngsters could be blooded, to give them a chance, because Noel John and Scarlett, they're the two high flyers. And then you've got that Pastoshki.
Scotty.
Yeah, I never can pronounce his name. It's ridiculous. I'm Greek. I should be able to pronounce names. Right, but yeah, he's a decent player. He might be our answer to that right back position. Maybe next season, we buy an experienced one and we have him as a backup, and then like Gareth Bale, when we started him off left wing and then we moved him to left back, then we moved him to a winger, and then he beefed up, didn't he? And suddenly you think, what a player. See, those sort of players, they can come fruition when they become men. They get a man's body.
Yeah.
I think we should blood them, because they've got the talent, the boys. They showed it.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. I'd agree with that. Shamu, what's your feelings? Get it over and done with in one tie, or blood some of the youngsters and maybe give some debuts out there. Session, or not Session, but maybe include Session, but the likes of Ryan Hill, as they call him. Romero, maybe a Galini as well.
Yeah, I think we need to play a mix of players just to give them the experience, and we should have the squad to integrate a young squad and a senior squad to get the job done. We easily got the talent. Like, I definitely want to see Scarlett and Kane up top. That would be cool to see both of them up top.
Yes.
A diamond in midfield. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good show.
I'll drink to that.
Whoa! Absolutely love it. Jack, have you any more questions, my man?
No, I feel like maybe let's say maybe one last deep one for them here, David. And I think that is just going to be, it is going to be, what did you kind of make of maybe, the partnership that we saw maybe in midfield, between Skippy and Højbjerg? I actually saw maybe Skippy actually sitting a bit deeper than
he
Højbjerg
did.
was, and Højbjerg being the one that was going forward a bit more.
Yes.
Do you guys think that's a recipe for success? Do you think that
Yes.
Højbjerg could be good going forward? I know Ellie, has the answer that we're waiting for on Højbjerg. Ellie, would you like to go first on it, or would you like to follow
definitely.
maybe Shamu on it?
I'll follow Shamu on it. Go on, Shamu.
Yeah,
you
Shamu,
go
I
for
think-
it.
I think it's
Woo!
is Skippy the right partner for Højbjerg? What do you think?
Oh, definitely. It's just a perfect partnership. It's the bacon to his eggs, the salt to his pepper. It's just perfect. It's perfect.
Is it because Skippy has the dark arts in him? What is it about?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Højbjerg can go forward and look to
Bacon
do
to
more,
his
knowing
eggs.
that he has someone like Skip who has a brain and is not useless like Winks. So he can go and do more and not have to worry about other people, backing him up all the time like Winks. And he's got Tanganga there as well, who helps out. He's good defensively, so he knows that he's probably going to be there as well, or thereabouts, instead of one.
Definitely.
I love it. I love it. That's such a good combo. It's Triple H and HBK.
Love it. Absolutely. It's the bacon to the eggs, Højbjerg and Skippy together. Ellie, are you excited to finally see maybe a partner to Højbjerg, someone that can actually respect, Højbjerg's ability? Are you even excited to see Højbjerg going a bit further forward, especially since I know you were kind of a midfielder that liked to go a bit further forward as well?
Yeah.
Are you excited to see that with Højbjerg?
Yeah, I'm very excited because in the Euros he played more up front than Christensen as defensive midfielder, and look how well he played. He got into the Euro top 11. That's how good he was, you see. So and he's more skillful than people think. When he's in up front, more forward, he can affect the game more, and he's a very good passer of the ball. He's got a brilliant shot. I mean, he had a few shots blocked, didn't he? So if they weren't blocked, they were heading for the bottom corner or the top corner. He can affect the game more. And like I said with Shamu, he said he's bacon to his eggs with Skippy. He's like a pastry to cream eclair, isn't it? Cream eclair is the English pastry, the Danish pastry. They gel together to make one beautiful cake.
They do. 100% they do. Absolutely love it.
Brilliant players.
We are Tottenham TV providing us with a bit of an update here, guys. Session played for the under-23s today. Got taken off at half-time. So I presume that is with a view to playing Thursday unless he has an injury. So I presume you will see Session on Thursday, judging by that. So thanks very much for whether it's Ben or Sim, whoever, thanks for the update. I really, really do appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Guys, anything else that you would you want to say before we do end off?
Any final words for the Harris Army?
I have a Højbjerg song.
Give it to us.
Højbjerg, yeah. How do you like him? How do you like him? Højbjerg, yeah.
How do you like him?
And he's going to be walking around singing that now.
It's a great song.
That's catchy. That's catchy.
It's the more Andrea True Connection. It's an old 80s song. It's banger.
Yeah, it's beast.
Oh
Ellie, anything you need to say to the Spurs players or the Harris Army?
No, Spirito Santo, no, Spirito Santo.
I love it. That's a good one. Honestly, I'm going to be walking around tonight singing the two of them now,
Yeah.
Honestly, it's got to be tonight. If I'm sitting here and Alex tired tomorrow, I'm blaming you two for the songs. Honestly, absolutely love it. Well, look, guys, do you want to send a message out to the Harris Army before we do end off here?
Like, comment, subscribe, and come on, you Spurs.
And we trust too, Shamu. And we trust too, Shamu.
Support
Ellie,
these.
anything
It goes without saying.
I'll just message to the Harris Army and all the other YouTubers. You two lads are the dogs. I'm not going to swear. I'm a lady, but you're such lovely gentlemen, and you do this show with all your heart and passion, and you put a lot of hard work behind the scenes, which people don't see, and we all appreciate you. All the Harris Army, we love you.
Do you know
Harris, Kaniki.
I've been calling my cat Nuno.
Yeah. Well, look, honestly, you're too kind, Ellie. I really, really do appreciate it.
Well,
I appreciate everyone.
you.
No, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate everyone that's took time to come
toast to the Harris Army.
Everyone, if you have a drink right now, toast to Ellie.
Yes.
No, guys, look, I want to say to everybody out there, honestly, thank you so much to everyone who's took the time to come, take the time out of their day to come on and speak to us. And that this show wouldn't happen without you guys coming on and really, really making the show. I want to say a massive thank you for Jack as well. Coming in on the fan shows with us and adding a new dimension to it, helping out with the shows. It's great to have him back from his holidays. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody out there for the support as well, for the super chats, for all the likes and everything else. But before we go, guys, I do have one mission for everybody, and I'd be really appreciated if we can get it off to a good start and get it off to 100 subscribers even. And it's Jack's new channel. Now, guys, I'm going to put the link in the description below here.
Jack.
If everyone could get in there and give it a like for me, smash a like or subscribe on it even. It'll be absolutely brilliant. But Jack, why don't you tell them what to expect and what's coming up?
Oh, absolutely, David. Listen, this is going to be kind of an extension here of the Harris Army. This is going to be an extension of the Flat Cap Army. It's basically, David and I's second channel, and it's going to be maybe, a bit more hosted, primarily by me, but it's be kind of like the relationship that David and I have here, where, you're going to be seeing David practically just as much as you see me, on David's channel. It's going to be basically, your Euro football kind of, content outside of Spurs. Maybe you wanted to see, a bit of analysis on, Haaland's fantastic, weekend of assists and, and goals, or maybe you wanted to see, maybe, what was going on in Serie A. Maybe you wanted to talk about maybe some of the La Liga fixtures, or maybe just even a Champions League kind of, review, a bit of a Champions League roundup. That's going to be coming from the likes of David and I and plenty of the other, Spurs fan base and Spurs YouTubers that you're plenty familiar with. So basically, it is going to be kind of like an extension of this army, an extension of this fan base for basically all the ways that you can consume football outside of Spurs. I know plenty of you are avid football fans, outside of Spurs. I know you guys like to watch, the good midweek games, the good weekend games that's out there. I know you guys, partake in probably an El Clasico or two. So that's basically just going to be the place, for you guys to stick with us, the Harris Army, stick with us, the Flat Cap Army, and still be able to watch, games like that, still be able to, hear David and I give our thoughts, on everything that is European football. So please, 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 it's basically going to be an extension of this channel. So you might as well have to subscribe. You're practically, ordered to subscribe, David. Am I right?
No, they're absolutely ordered. And we are on TV, says Serbian and Ukrainian league updates too.
Thank you. Whoever is behind it, if it's Simeon or Ben, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, especially even on, the Serbian, and Ukrainian updates, I will be having, the Flat Cap official itch of the week. And I know Shamu's going to love that. It's basically going to be a bunch of goofy stuff like that. Everything from very serious content about the Champions League, to Jack's, itch of the week, Jack's, Anko of the week, whatever it might be, So please, 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 you have to check it out. You can't miss it.
100%. And guys, look, the link is here. Please, everybody, get on it. Smash the subscribe on the new channel. I beg you. I'm not going anywhere until we at least get 50 subscribers to 100 subscribers. So, guys, if you feel sorry for me, get over and do it. If you're just sick of seeing me, get over and subscribe.
Today, everybody. It was created today. It's now ready for the Harris Army. It's now, we're going to be going forward with it. Once the banner even on the front page gets fitted, the videos be coming out so soon, David. I mean, it's practically around. It's around the corner, David. And now it's just time for you guys to be the first ones on, the Flat Cap Euro Talk with David and I.
No, it is. Look, I can't wait for it. It's basically it's a home away from home for all the Spurs supporters. If you do take an interest in what's going on in other leagues and everything else, trust me, it's for you. If you want to see me completely not in the hosting role, sitting back, relaxing, the best of me, honestly, get over there and get over there. It'd be absolutely brilliant, guys. We are Tottenham TV saying I can unsubscribe and resubscribe if you want. No. You're all good.
David and Jack, can I plug my new channel on your show?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Ellie, Lady of the Lane, right? And we're going to be on with Phil, the Phillip, Irish Phil, brilliant. Me and him hosting a show about the olden days of Spurs, what we remember of Spurs, and it's going to be for the old and new fans. So the new fans, the younger fans, they can tune in and find out a little bit about our history, and we'll be very informative, and we'll give the fans something back from you know, when we were winning stuff, not just one cup in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So give them a really good insight into how we played as well, all the players that we have, and give them a rundown of how they played and what they did for the club.
No, 100%. And look, I definitely think it's. I'm looking forward to it. I think
I'm
it's
looking
going
forward
to
to
be
it too.
absolutely brilliant. Two people that people love on the fan shows, Ellie and Phillip. You know, we're going to put them together and put a show together, guys. Like we'll get their for the first part of the show. We'll get their hot takes and their views on all the current stuff, and then after that, then we're going to let them go into sharing more of their memories and stuff like that for some of the older folks on YouTube, because like we were looking at the age range, and honestly, it's more or less level the whole way through. People that watch this channel. So I think it would be absolutely brilliant, and I definitely for one look forward to it. I think Ellie's going to be an absolute brilliant host. I think Phillip in beside her is going to be absolutely brilliant as well. In fact, it's being a bit carnage. We don't know, but I do think it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And everyone, if everyone, when we do put it out, it'll be another week or two. But when we do get it out, everyone, please get your support behind Ellie and Phillip. Look, I have no doubt they will, Ellie, because as soon as you came on, you dominated the comment section anyway.
Yes,
100%. But guys, come on, let's get the Flat Cap Euro Talk. The link is here. I'm going to keep spamming it until we get over there. There's 183 watching.
It's in the description below, everybody. Also, that's easier for you. You know, you can stay on the stream and just click on that down below. But everybody really, really do appreciate the support, David. I think we're already close to 30 subscribers.
Yeah, well, I'm not leaving until we get 60. So come on, guys. Let's get over there and smash that subscribe. The link is in the chat for you, so I'll put it right back in at the bottom again. Not a problem. But guys, let's get over and get it done. Come on. We're going to graft hard. We're going to give you a second channel for all European football. You know, Tottenham are not in the Champions League, so we'll be doing Champions League watch-alongs, the whole lot, guys. So honestly, you're not going to want to miss it. Jack, he brings all the stats, he brings all the tactics and everything else to this channel. It's going to be better on his channel too. You know, the tactical pad that we've given you a sneak preview to over the last couple of days, that's also going to be incorporated into his channel as well, guys. So there's going to be loads of things there. Please. The link is here again. Do get over and subscribe to the Flat Cap Euro Talk. Look, we've helped so many other people on, with subscribers and everything else before. Let's help one of our own. Jack, you know, the time he puts in on this channel, all the time he puts in for Kaniki Answer Me, he's been nothing but good to me, which means if he's been good to me, he's been good to every single one of you watching as well. So guys, please get over there and get the support. We're on 31 subs. We're getting 32. Let's see, 33 now. Every time I refresh it. No, that time it didn't work. We're on 33. Come on, guys. Let's get to 60. Let's get to 60. We're getting there. Honestly, it feels like it's an auction, guys. Come on. You know, going once, going twice. Come on. Let's get over there.
Another time to plug it, David. Another time to plug it, I will say, like, again, it really is just going to be practically the Irish Hotspur just moved on to a bit more of a European format. And maybe another way I might say is please recommend it to, you know, your friends that, you know, are unfortunately, you know, fans of the scum, you know, friends that are unfortunately, you know, fans of Chelsea, you know, players, you know, fans that, you know, thought that football started after 2003. It is going to be a bit more of a neutral venue, you know, for us, you know, from the Flat Cap Army, you know, us at the Harris Army. Believe me, we're still going to have the Spurs blood, you know, running the channel. We're still going to have the Spurs blood behind it. But all of us, I do know, are plenty fans of all of the football outside of Spurs, especially considering that Spurs are not even in the Champions League, you know, until we win the league this year, and then we're back into it with Nuno. You know, it really is, you know, the opportunity for plenty of you to be able to just stick with David and I, and we will be able to cover a bunch of other stuff that's happening outside the Premier League, stuff that's obviously still happening in Premier League as well, but basically just everything that's happening outside of Spurs. You know, David and I will cover it, and we'll be able to be a bit more relaxed, we'll be a bit more informative as well, David, and we'll also be able to be a bit more fun, you know, a bit more entertaining, and especially if you like kind of the funny bone that David and I sometimes like to show, this is definitely the channel for that. And again, if you really need a partner, if you need a friend for some of those games that are, you know, outside of Spurs, you know, it's definitely the channel for you, I would say.
100%. And guys, you know, we need to keep proving, you know, the power of the Harris Army and everything else for sponsorships and all. So you guys really help by when you do get over to these other channels that we want you to ask you to subscribe to and stuff like that. It really does help proving the point of the Harris Army, guys. You know, and I really would look. It's in there again. I put it in there again. We're stuck on 38 now, guys. We have 187 watching. Come on, this isn't good enough. Let's get the subscribers up. Everybody, please get over there and smash the subscribe button. Let's do it. We're still on 38. Are we moving? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get over there. Look, the link is here again. I'm going to keep putting it in every 2 minutes. Ellie's going to have to go and get another top up if you don't smash that subscribe button.
Do you see what the glass says? You absolute legend. Look, you absolute legend. That's Jack.
Absolutely. Thank you.
He is a legend.
He is a legend. And so are you,
40,
Dave.
we're at 40.
No, I
You're both
appreciate
legends. You're both legends. Just plug in Jack's channel.
No, look, of course we have to. We're on 40 now, guys. Let's keep it moving.
Come on.
Let's keep it moving. Let's get to 60, guys. Come on.
Let's get to 60.
Look, I'm a believer. I choose to be a believer. I believe we can do these things. The Harris Army, you know, if you like me and you want to support me, you have to do it for Jack too. I'm just going to keep spamming the chat with the link until you get it done.
David, even go through the chat, David. Maybe go through the chat. Start releasing some of them. Start releasing some of the Harris Army. You know, the ones that said that they subbed in the comments, you know, you're free to go. You know, you are free to go. If you said that you subbed, I would say, you know, it's kind of like a bit of a release. You know, the ones that haven't subbed, to be honest, you know, you're kind of saying no to David. You're saying no to the Harris Army. You're saying no to the Flat Cap Army. So if you were to sub, you're practically saying no to the Irish Hotspur.
We're on 41.
The Irish Hotspur.
There's 183 people sitting here watching me talk about getting over and subscribing to a channel. Come on, guys, let's get it done. Let's get it done. It's 5 to 1 in the morning, and I'm determined. I am a determined.
8 more till 50, boys. Who wants to be the 50th? Who wants?
No,
to be
we want 60. I want 60. I'm going big. Subscribe, Matt Hayes. Absolutely love it. Big yourself up, man. Loon XTIC Vert and sub. Big yourself up. Catman Jess says, come on, Harris Army. Let's go. Sub to the Jack the Genius. 100%, guys. What are we on now? We're still on 42, guys. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up whatsoever. Come on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Still 178 people watching me talk absolute waffle when you should be subscribing to Jack's new channel. Get over there. We'll be getting content up on it this week. This week, we'll be getting content up on it. We just need to keep going, keep getting them.
Speaking of that content, in case you're, you know, the first videos that will be
44, let's go.
The videos that will be coming out, the first ones to come out, I will confirm, is going to be, you know, my picks for, you know, the managers that will be getting sacked, you know, this season, you know, around, you know, the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, you know, which big managers of big clubs that I think will be getting the sack. And then as well, and you guys are probably interested in, you know, which players I might think, you know, are kind of the top young prospects around, you know, Europe's top 5 leagues. Definitely be getting a video about that. You know, I will be talking about which players I think will be absolutely blowing up. You know, maybe players that you might have heard of, maybe players you haven't heard of, but definitely check those 2 out. And then there will be definitely a weekly template of plenty of videos that will be coming out every week. But those are just the first 2 that will be coming out. And I know you guys definitely need to be seeing that. Especially, you know, who knows? I might be saying Arteta might make that list, you know, David.
That's what I was saying. I see it straight away. As soon as he's getting the sack.
Come on, guys. We're nearly there. We're at 45 right now.
Arteta and just get tie-in or something.
Easy vid Arteta, Mr. DP.
Come on, guys.
Love it. Absolutely.
Still 173 people watching. Come on, guys. Let's get them subscriber counts up. We're on 45 so far. Let's keep it moving. Come on, guys. The link is here straight away again in the chat. Like I said, all you have to do is get on it and absolutely smash that subscribe button. It's all we're asking you to do. It's free. It doesn't cost any one of yous. Not one of yous. So, guys, please do get over there. We're getting 60. Exactly. James Jermaine says 60 euro relegated. 60 euro relegated. We're on 46. We're back moving again, guys. Come on. Let's get over there. Smash that subscribe button. Let's do it.
48 now. 48. I'm
48.
saying, please,
we're moving, guys.
Bring me
12
over
off
the 50,
the target.
Harris Army. Harris Army, I will forgive you. I will forgive you if you bring us over 50. You know, David and I will forgive you. Like I said, you know, David is going to be one that's going to be even madder at you for this if we don't get over 50 soon. Because, you know, this is practically David. This is David and I's channel. This is, you know, David and I's new baby. You know, so you're practically saying no to, you know, David and I's new baby. You know, you're saying, you know, you're saying no to basically David and I giving you the football 24/7, giving you the analysis 24/7. If you say no to that, I honestly don't even know if you're a member of the Harris Army, to be honest.
No, honestly, guys, let me be clear. Look, this is my channel just as much as it is Jack's channel, this new channel. The 2 of us are going in it together. We're going to absolutely keep going. We're going to absolutely keep smashing it. Honestly, the Spurs content is only ramping up on this channel. And the other good woman,
Thank you, Ellie.
and the other
Right.
channel, the content is going to ramp up on that too, guys. So please keep getting over there. The link is here
49,
again,
49.
guys.
Who
We're on
wants to be the
49,
50th?
50.
Come on.
Look, 10 more. Let's get it. 10 more. Come on, guys.
Come
Tell
on,
me
I wanna
who
know
was
what's
the
the
50th.
50th.
Let me know
Come
who
on,
was the
come
50th.
on.
Who wants to tell me in the comments who is the 50th?
Who was the
lucky one?
50th?
Who
And
was
let's
the lucky
get-
one?
Woo!
Especially if whoever the 60th was, the 60th one is absolutely taking the crown, I would say. But honestly,
10
thank you
more,
so much
guys.
for getting me to 50. Thank you so
Danny,
much for getting me to 50.
Danny, get
Harris
over.
Army.
Oh, good man. Danny subbed. Good sub. Well done, Danny. Guys,
Do it
keep
for
going.
Son. Do it for Son.
Keep going. If you want us to get top 4 this year, get over and smash the subscribe button. We're still on 50. Let's get to 60. I want to get to 60. Come on, guys. Let's do it. I fully believe we can do it. And I'm going to keep pecking your head. I'm going to keep wrecking your head until we get it done. The Harris Army, you know how much we rely on you guys. Come on. Keep smashing that button. Keep smashing that subscribe button.
Come on.
The link is here. Like I said, all the excellent stuff that Jack's done for this channel, he's brought it to a whole new level. Let's get over and show the love for the new channel, guys. Let's get over there. Let's show the love. What are we on now? We must be getting close, surely. No, we're still stuck on 50, 51 now. Someone's listening. Come on. 163 years. Come on, we're at 51. Make my day. Let's get 9 more. Let's get over to 60. Come on, the Harris
Can I give
Army.
him a bit of my chocolate?
Yeah, Ellie will send you.
I'll
Ellie will
give
give
you
you
some
half of the
Toblerone.
Toblerone. She'll give you half of the
I'll
Toblerone.
give you half of it. Come on. Come on. Let's do it.
Come on, guys. We're nearly there. What
He
are we at?
deserves it. Come
51.
on.
51. We need 9 more. 9 more of you miserable people who won't do it. There's 163 watching. Come on, guys. I'm going to keep putting the link in. I'm going to keep spamming it until we get the job done, guys. So I am. Come on, guys. We're nearly there.
Appreciate that. But to everyone that's already subscribed again, I'll just give it a bit of a plug in case you just need somebody, to speak, about, anything outside of Spurs. You just need a bit of distraction, David, because sometimes, even, if we're going to be top of the league this season, it can be a bit stressful, to be a Spurs fan. So if you're looking for, that game, over the weekend, if you're looking for that Wednesday, Thursday game, maybe if Spurs aren't playing, just join us over at flatcapeurotalk, simply just because we'll be able to provide you with maybe more of the action that everybody else is talking about, the action that, that's being spoken about across, Twitter, YouTube and et cetera, the big games of the week, the big action of the week, the big news of the week, outside of Spurs. Of course, I do think that, Spurs comes first. Absolutely. But, I find, a lot of us as football fans, we do sometimes feel like we need to, just turn on maybe the good game of the week, the one that we are looking forward to, maybe that Juventus versus Real Madrid Champions League game, whatever it might be, maybe some of the PSG games, coming up as well, considering that it's practically a FIFA team we'll be watching over at PSG, so please, you just have to head on over there, be able to continue to watch David and I give our analysis on even things outside of Spurs. And as well, you're probably too used to, David and I giving our analysis on Spurs, giving our emotions towards Spurs, might as well just check us out and see what we have to say about some of the footballers that are outside Spurs, some of the players that don't play for us. So I think you really do need to check it out. It is going to be informative. It's going to be fun. It's going to be full of plenty of pre-recorded content as well. It's not going to be, a ton of live streams, to begin with. It's just going to be, stuff that you can be able to consume, on your way to work, maybe a bit of lunch, just something that, could be kind of that bit of a, bit of a friend, you might say to you, David, while you're just consuming your football outside of Spurs.
Yeah.
100%. And come on, guys, you're letting me down here. We're stuck on 51. All we need is 9 more, guys.
Come on.
Just 9 more subs. Come on, let's do it. Let's make it. 9 more subs, guys. It's all we need. Let's make the day. Come on, let's make my day. Let's make Jack's day. Let's repay. Exactly. You're telling them 9 more. Come on. Come on, Army, subscribe 100%. You tell them, my man. Come on, let's make a few people's dreams. Let's make a few people happy, guys. It's free. It costs you absolutely nothing, guys. Absolutely nothing. It's free. It looks like we're stuck on 51. Any takers out there? There's 153 people watching. All we need is 9 of you generous folks to get over there and click on this link here and get over to the flat cap.
In the description as well, everybody. In the description as well. But I do appreciate you guys getting me over to 50 already, especially considering, we just started it today. It's already a huge milestone. But I will say, for the next one,
Jack, come on.
for the next one, I will say, Harris Army, David and I
Come
will be
on.
holding you, to it again. So honestly, huge milestone we did reach, though, I will say.
50, we're on 50, but look, we want 60. I'm not stopping.
Come
52, 52, we're back moving. We were
Come
stagnant
on.
there for a minute, but we're back in the moving now. Come on, guys. 8 more. 8 more. One person decided to want to be
8 more
generous.
and David will
Down
take
in
his
the
head off.
description
8
below,
more
people.
people.
Down in the description below. Please check it out.
7 more people, guys. 7 more people. Another one found it within themselves to get over there and smash the subscribe. Are we keeping moving? We're still on 53, guys. Let's come on. We need 7 more of you very, very kind people to get over there. Click on the link. I'm going to put it in the chat here again. Well, it's still here. It's still in there. You get into the chat here. You'll be able to find the link. Come on, guys. We just need 7 more people. Let's get it done. 152 people watching right now. All we need is 7 more. 7 more, guys.
Done.
I want to go.
Done.
I want to get some sleep tonight. Ellie wants some sleep. Shamu wants some sleep. Jack wants to
I've
play.
already slept. It's afternoon, so.
Oh, afternoon. Okay, so Shamu doesn't. Well, I know what Shamu wants to do. I just can't say. But Jack as well. Jack wants to play a bit of FIFA, guys. 53. We just need 7. Just 7.
Well,
Come
even,
on.
David, even as well, speaking of FIFA, plenty of people have asked us, where the FIFA is going to be coming from, when and David and I are going to be playing, the people in FIFA. This is definitely one of the channels that, we'll be able to host that as well. The FIFA probably might even be found, on flatcapeurotalk, considering, David is not so good with Spurs. I kind of wipe the floor with him, but David is quite good, with the likes of Inter. He's good with the likes of Dortmund, players. You definitely will be able to find plenty of the FIFA between David and I also on flatcapeurotalk. Again. It's just an extension of the Irish Hotspur here. It's basically just the Irish Hotspur trying to move into the 24/7, kind of a type of database, trying to move into maybe a bit of, the Irish Hotspur Sky Sports kind of realm. So please. I mean, you can't miss it. Even if you like to consume stuff outside of Spurs.
Do it.
Even if you don't consume stuff outside of Spurs, please recommend it to someone that isn't, a fan of Tottenham. It's definitely more just for everybody that is just a fan of football. Just somebody that, has friends that aren't Spurs fans. Please recommend it to your friends that aren't Spurs fans.
On,
so
guys.
you can watch some of the best games. Watch some of the best games, the Champions League. Watch some of the best games of Serie A with some of your buddies, some of your friends that aren't Spurs fans. Again, please, it's just a neutral venue. It's an extension of this army, so you can't miss it.
No, 100%. Big Bobby says, night, David. Night chat. You gave me entertainment I needed for 3 hours. Big yourself up.
4
James
more.
Flowers,
Come on. 4
Harris
more.
Army.
Come on. It's too easy now. It's too easy now. Please.
Faz Radfar says, let's get to 70. This guy is more ambitious than I am. I love it. But come on, guys. We are more free football content. Come on, people. Subscribe. Exactly, Nick. You tell them. 4 more subscribers, guys. I'm going to keep dropping the link in here. We just need 4 more.
Come on.
Imagine that. 142 people watching me just say, let's get over there. And we can only get 57 subs. And we have 142 watching right now. Come on, guys. We're better than this. The Harris Army.
57. 3 more. Who wants to do it? Who wants to be the one to tap it in? Who wants to be the one to tap it in? Please. 144. So you have to be able to tap this.
2 more, guys. 2 more.
2 more to 60. Who wants to make Flags Day? Who wants to put a massive smile on his day? Come on, guys.
Those flags.
We're so close. You want to know
David and I will personally play you in FIFA. We'll personally play you in FIFA for the 60th.
Yeah.
59 now.
59. 1 more.
Who wants to be the last one? Who wants the best? 60. Get in.
Yeah.
Can't even blow the dust off the PS1.
Thank you, everybody.
That's what we're talking about. I knew it could be done. I absolutely knew it could be done. Big yourselves up. What an absolute start to get off to, guys. What an absolute start. I absolutely love it. The Harris Army, I love you, and I really
thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate you. I want to say a massive thank you to you, the Harris Army, and everyone else for tuning in. A massive thank you to everyone who supported the channel this evening with the super chats, guys. We're 7 likes off getting 200 here as well on the stream. So, guys, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. And as well, if you're new, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe button if you're new. Underneath, get your comments in, guys. Let us know your thoughts on everything we spoke about here today. It's been an absolute amazing fan show. Each week we have more and more guests on. It's getting absolutely crazy. It's getting too hot to handle, but I absolutely love it. Honestly, I have nothing better to be doing than sitting here on a Monday night speaking to you guys, because you guys make my week, you make my day. And thank you so much for thank you for all the support and the subscribers over on Jack's new channel, guys. It's absolutely insane. I really, really do appreciate it. Jack, do you want to personally thank them before we end off, my man?
Honestly, the Harris Army, David, they're capable of anything, I swear. They really are capable of anything, I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. You've helped so many other YouTubers, get to their goals of subscribers. You've helped so many other YouTubers grow. I really would appreciate it. I'm already so indebted to all of you, the Harris Army, and to the Flat Cap Army, but I really would be absolutely even more indebted to you if you were to help David and I grow with our second channel here. If you were to help me grow with my second channel here, it really would mean way too. It just, I don't even know in words how to describe it, but
it's gone back down to 18 subscribers, 17. What's going on? Does yours still say 16?
Probably should, David, but yeah, David, it's been sensational.
I don't know. Maybe too many for YouTube to handle. That's what I say, but we definitely got there. We definitely got there, guys. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody. Honestly, the support's been unreal. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, guys, with a preview for the game against Paco tomorrow. We'll do that preview tomorrow, and we're back Wednesday with Can Nicky Answer Me. Until then, love you all. In Nuno we trust, and come on, you Spurs.
Nuno.